So he didn't. He was fully committed to that deeper position. But Som doing wonders from the smoke again. But Scuba, actually, you almost think he's left it too late once 4 players can get onto site, but they can't find Som.
Which is such a lovely little way to play that out, but is that a pace change? No, okay, kind of slowed down a little. Maybe the knife just hindering that quick hit they were going for, but it looks like wrecked. Wall looking to be cleared too. This time, on the other side of this, Marder could be very alone if he goes through that choke.
Yeah, I'm curious of when NRG are going to try and prioritize towards either Boast or Alpha. In terms of this early round, in terms of going through the motions and that leapfrog sort of approach. Kayak, though, he's just desperate to find something in mid.
He's been starting to heat up a bit as well, though. Aldron gets dealt with, so he does get played in. And there it is, another shot!
That's a headshot, by the way.
Now, Kayak's been absolute filth in these rounds! This guy is something else! 2 big kills at 45 seconds. The round might be wrapped up here. Alpha in a deeper angle. Ethan kind of almost drawn in by the paranoia, but they're still firing. Now they still break it back in. Boast has had enough, but he goes down as well. They are scrapping this out. But Kayak
30 seconds left.
Has been the start and end of these rounds, and he catches Som. None the wiser. The Scuba. Oh dear. Oh dear! You don't get to miss against the king! Kayak brings it down perfectly. Fnatic, you gave him an inch. And they are starting to claw back in.
Certainly seeing them start to stabilize here. Kayak is just so pixel perfect with this weapon, time and time again. With the 3rd round here in the second half of Fnatic, NRG going to be broke in terms of the purchase here. Will force a timeout as well. Be a little off kilter in terms of the ults, but potentially for the next buy here. I mean, Marder being the one that's hopefully the one you'd have online come round 4 at this scoreline, certainly. But Kayak, this is available. Boaster and Crash is just 1 away. Like I said, NRG made really good inroads early on here, the first couple of rounds, but they need to deal with Alpha and Boaster. There needs to be some sort of pressure towards these players to open up more options. We're talking about NRG, their game plan basically lives or dies by options across the map. Like I said, coming forward, dealing with the Vise wall, big tick in the box, but what's the next piece? Yeah,
where's that next step? That's something they'll be considering now during this timeout. A couple more seconds on it, but just to kind of roll it back here, we've been talking about Marder and we've been enjoying what he's been bringing, but to flip the script, I don't think people have even seen the peak of Kayak yet. We've seen glimpses in maybe ILs.
We've seen rounds potentially, but I don't, in terms of form and consistency, I still don't even think we don't
know the best of him yet. And again, he was having to fill some big shoes, right? Coming into this in the place of one of the greats.
Some of the biggest shoes.
Yes, Drx was, as said, one of the most iconic players. And he's starting to heat up here, Kayak, so let's keep an eye on him. Again, it's a slow and steady start. It's 13 to 14. It's not exactly, lighting the world on fire, but I mean, did you miss last round? It's pretty solid. And again, he just likes his name up in lights, apparently. How long does he stay around, though? Time to back away. Smart choice. And actually did take, obviously, Marder down with him.
Oh! I've actually got Som behind him there. Walk able to find the trade. Scuba potentially going to get wrapped here.
No, crashies. Nah, man.
The jump scare in short. It's just Brock left to find. Boaster.
There we go.
Shut it down. NRG unable to find anything on a scrappy purchase or a lesser purchase than Fnatic.
9 to 8 now. All of that fun being had on that first half. Suddenly, you gotta wake up here. It's been 1 round so far. Rather, obviously, similar to the first. Still, 9 to 8.
Also, just take a look at how Fnatic are sitting in terms of this ult cycle.
Bloody hell.
This is to tie it up as well. And NRG, well, Som and Scuba at least have theirs. Marder's still 2 away. And another early challenge here, but Kayak's actually here very quickly on the operator.
No way! He got caught! Ethan puts him to his grave, but they have to scatter. Crashies posting this from afar, and Alpha's still on the site. Back-to-back damage. 2 big kills, and he falls deeper. Drop the spike down on towards short. They're going to make NRG work for this.
We've got a full 30 seconds until the next heal is here for Alpha, though.
He's going to be locked to that.
Yeah.
And the smoke, yes, perfect placement on that one. Actually worked out really well as it plumed, still able to be checked. So a 3v3. Finding stability, but again, the post plant, looking at the util. Still trying to play Som in here. He decides against sticking around too long.
Very few ways back into this for Fnatic unless they can find a kill, but Som in a disgusting off angle. Scuba a little bit disconnected. Bork playing on site as well.
Start back in, getting ready. Ah! You got to keep it in mind, man. And for Boaster, that's probably frustrating again. Maybe considering, is this worth it? Are we close enough to be able to go for this? It might be just time to cancel and save here.
Yeah, just hold on to what Chronicle and Crashies have got. Again, a big opportunity in terms of the ults here. Hunter's Fury, like you said, forced NRG to scatter, but not necessarily amounting to too much. Alpha, unfortunately, played out in terms of the res.
Yep.
Chronicle will retrieve the goods on short here. It's unfortunate for Kayak. I think he's just overwhelmed. I said the first time that NRG have really gone barreling towards short. Previously, Boaster and Alpha both had freedom there to kind of post up, play a little, actually further back, but Kayak tries to capitalize on that by going forwards.
And it's still crazy after the early damage we saw Alpha do that this ended this way in my head as well, right? It's just like, I feel like you can kind of half this round and see it very differently, but still plenty of ults to be played with. Obviously, Crashy's investing his Scuba as well, but plenty in hand for Fnatic. But NRG have broken into double digits. This is a huge scoreline to build with.
One away from Ethan's ultimate. Said Marta still not quite there. Kayak this time around will resort back to presence in B main, and a third player committed towards this A side hold actually. And just maybe keeping in mind that Ethan potentially could throw his ultimate in the mix. NRG with freedom once more, but they will drift onto this deep angle of Kayak, who will punish.
That's
now starting to find his groove, his rhythm a little bit.
And I like the awareness coming up from Crashies too, just sitting a bit deeper here. NRG looking for some opportunities, right? Looking for options potentially. Slipping that net. Pressure shown towards short.
Scanning ahead.
NRG about 40 seconds now. This is a 3-play stack on A, so got to be careful about this.
Ethan conscious of catching a rotation here, but Crashies, I don't think he's going to be
30 seconds left.
too eager to re-clear back towards mid. They have good utility coming into the late round here. NRG look as if they're drifting towards A though.
That's 3
Now,
players.
does Ethan catch Crashies off later?
That is going to be a factor. Keep your mind towards that. They're popping up towards heaven, but Chronicle very well positioned. Good trade. And Ethan caught him. You're absolutely right. But they have to keep going this way. 6 seconds. It's so late. They're doing the Fnatic back to them, but no one does it better than Boaster. Drops the spike and gets Fnatic around.
Absolutely disgusting. Accidental. A stray bullet. Catching for Boaster will seal the deal. Like you said, it's so late in the day. It's the first time NRG have really
Player standing. Spike
absolutely filthy to close out the ninth for Fnatic. But it's the first time NRG have really struggled to get their teeth into something in the second half. Again, losing out in a couple of gunfights here and there, but so slow to approach the previous round now. Marta, knives in hand, in no command. Hunter's Fury here, big round for NRG.
Again, just the additional body on A so early. 3 players again. You can already see the Cron still up towards heaven here. We've got a quick pop towards Cap though, or up short, should I say.
Good timing on the slow though from Alpha.
Marta, hindered again. Slowed down in multiple ways. There's no access for him yet. Still looking to break in now. Double stacked up though. You can see the site. There's a deadly duo, high and low, Alpha and Cron. I don't fancy it either, but he goes for the shotgun and it's not going to work out. But then you look at the layers to this coming in from NRG. Swarming the site, much pacier, quicker. Boaster, can you do it again though? Found 2 before. Spam in, flashed off. They're still fighting for this, no comfortable plant yet.
Scuba finally making the crossover, but Kayak now Look to apply some pressure here with the operator.
They're looking to pre-take on this, potentially, no, just still pressuring, posturing.
And NRG don't have to make a move just yet, but...
Dots here, careful, that spam's on the way! You gotta know it by now! Brock's gonna deliver
30
bullets!
seconds left.
The second they get that up, and Kayak has to cancel now. It's Jame time, we're out of here. There's no going back into that site.
Played so well from NRG though, not to commit
Dangerous,
a player.
man.
Not to commit a player towards the spike plant though, until they feel absolutely confident. I think waiting on the recon. That's ultimately what they're waiting to punish Fnatic on. Poised for a pre-take, but held out here. Played really, really well by NRG. And this is actually with, like I said, Alpha getting his slow orb off at the perfect time, but there's nobody to challenge onto these early angles, so NRG are able to flood through so easily.
Yeah, I really want to give credit for that, almost like pause, right? Because there's always that temptation, just get the plant, get it done, let's, you know, get into the post, we could get a man to the good. But again, that diligence, that capability to just slow matters down a little. And while we say this, they are closing in to try and get this weapon away from Kayak. And I don't think he knows how close Scuba is. Kayak's gone. So that's the operator lost there, and NRG teeing themselves up for 12.
And Ult's still looking healthy for Fnatic, but the purchase, not so much. Alpha, let's see how it settles here, but I said I was asking for NRG to ultimately apply some pressure towards short, towards A site. Again, earlier on in the round. See how now they're starting to capitalize on it's that early work that...
These guys, they're actually so pissed.
The attitude seems right from NRG too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, look at the arena, right? It's a different step up. Now, yes, we've spoken about Ethan being in these environments before, but for the other guys, some of them, like, okay, Som you can kind of throw into that list too, but so for the other guys, this is kind of scary, but they sound so calm.
Yeah.
Super, super calm.
I think that also that's the benefit of you, like Ethan's presence in comms, on the stage, on your side of the stage. It's just such a calming factor.
For sure.
For any roster. But certainly NRG stepping up to the plate here. The opening map of the series. Like I said, there are players, well, teams, yes, but players that live or die by this sort of pressure. So to see them the way they are on stage, certainly a big positive here. Only going to be a couple of weapons invested here for Fnatic.
I think that's their last timeout, right?
Yeah.
All right, boys, let's see what you got. So many ults to play with, too. I feel like they've just been building up for so long. Alpha, they can play in towards middle. Not being given much, though. And again, that spam is so oppressive. But Kayak, the blood harder out of the pack here. First blood drawn, but is
I was going to say, he actually gets caught there in the suppression, so he can't TP away. Great isolation from NRG. But Alpha, he's actually slipped the net. He's got a ton of space to play into. Ethan, seemingly aware of the possibility. Som also, has got his TP, so able to regroup if needs be.
Fnatic on those refights, man. Trying to find something. Just confirming attendance, too, that they are going to be stuck towards that B main area. Alpha begging for the chance.
Yeah.
So you've got to be careful if you're Som on the... Oh, the timing.
Just giving it up.
Yeah, and look at this. He was just here. Ships in the night, almost. And Alpha, he's getting closer. They've got to be aware there's a chance of this, right? They've got to know there is a potential that Alpha is right behind you.
There's no wall on the flank.
No one is going to deny this. Alpha could be on for an absolutely mad one. Too many targets, too little time. He hits a run. 20 seconds. He's already broken their backs here. They have to go forward.
I know it's going to land perfectly for both as well to slow things down. Create a little more pressure. Still 2 players on site, by the way.
10 seconds, they got to go now. Fnatic still just trying to dig in deep here. They get cleared. Riz comes in. Fnatic fancy this one. They're going for it. Plants in play, though. They can't deny that now.
Kayak actually did get an upgrade here.
Oh, the counter ult at this time? Oh, no, Fnatic. Ults on ults, Mike. They're investing everything.
It's quite early on, though, and Fnatic have got weapons now.
But Som's in a smoke. You know what happens here? Scuba trying to just maybe soak some of those bullets as well. But Fnatic are at the door. They need to break this one down. They need to do it now. Time is starting to run low. It's now or it's never, and Kayak leading the pack. Good trades, better kills. Fnatic, they're not out of it yet.
Just an insane round to pull off for Fnatic. And Alpha plays this perfectly. I said no utility to identify his flank coming early enough, but doesn't commit. Gets one, gets out.
God, that is resilience there, isn't it?
But again, plenty of options here. Kayak has his ult up as well, so...
What are you doing, bro? We're coming back now!
Well,
I've heard him say
here
it
first.
before.
Yeah.
I've heard him say that, and he certainly wasn't lying, but it's 11-10. NRG are still up, still in the lead, still with a bye. But Fnatic have one back finally. They've got themselves back in a good financial position. Operator in the hands of Kayak. He's got his ult.
No ultimates available for NRG either. Kayak looking to maybe send out a probe into mid here, but down to 73 HP already. Kept in check. Actually takes another couple of attacks here.
They're up for a brawl, up for a biff. And that, well, Alpha didn't need the paranoia. But now there's a little bit of trouble for Boaster, has to get away, and he does so.
Able to slow things down, though, with the wall and the slow orb. Kayak's over here now to kind of offset this a little bit with the operator. I don't think they know they're going to be walking into op on shore.
I think they're going to find out pretty soon. Kayak decides against even breaking the Aldro and just sits on a deeper line. And Boaster, well, you checked Evra above the smoke. I think you're going to figure it out soon enough. Boaster's got him pinned dead to rights if he plays that out. But Alpha's still waiting on the site. Looking to roll the dice here. Can they get the synergy right? Kayak wants to get involved as well. Make sure they're not alone in this. Isolating Brock. Late strike from Boaster. Reading Som's play here. Now Scuba and Ethan. This is a tough one. A 2v4. Would love a freebie early. Not going to get it this time.
30 seconds left.
Forced into a really awkward plant spot as well. Just being smothered on the site right now.
5 seconds for the knife, still got a flash. Scuba basically fresh out at this point. Knows there's at least one toward main, potentially two. A gamble on someone being towards short. And Ethan's looking for someone to play ahead, give them a chance, but Chronicle doesn't make mistakes. And 1 HP was never gonna be enough. Fnatic right back at the door again, 11-11. Time to make a wish, NRG. Alpha's up out of his seat.
Finally getting that momentum in their favour. NRG, though, are fighting tooth and nail in some of these situations. Marta, unfortunately, being picked apart in terms of these opening engagements now. And NRG can't springboard off that. You can see the pause behind when that kill's occurring. I think that's where they're struggling a little bit. Again, seeing a 7-17.
What are you doing?
It's not necessarily... The numbers aren't the concern, but the fact that NRG can't capitalize on Marta throwing his life on the line to get themselves into a position that they can push forwards.
Well, we're looking at two very different upswings here, right? Kayak on a real high note now, 18-18, starting to really prove his worth, show that danger. He's not going back in for more. Are you serious? They want to maybe get that wall dealt with. There we go. A little bit dangerous to go for it again. Speaking of danger, man, we're just shoulder checking out him. What is that from Som? Sensational picking up two there. Beautiful control. But now the scramble from Fnatic. NRG now 5v3, and this could be that 12th round.
Drone was spotted in here. Chronicle, look at it. He's actually found the spike.
That's a huge pickup there. Som does have his TP though, so if they need it, there is still that opportunity for a safe pair of hands. But Marta, you need to activate now. We've been calling you out. Where are you? There you are, ringing the bell of Chronicle. But a 2v4. Kayak on the site, the right side.
Again, NRG are going to freeze and wait for Fnatic to make a move, or potentially catch somebody in transition.
Spike drop.
The Kayak.
Oh my god, why do I feel there's something
Yeah,
about to happen?
50 HP. He would have to go absolutely insane here.
But look at the position from Crashes too. This isn't a bad read. This isn't a bad call, but he's been spotted. Great selection. Surely that paranoia is going to be perfect. He's been dealt with, cleared. The back line, still a problem. Crashes, can you bury them in the jersey you once wore? A 1v3 is not going to happen. NRG up to 12.
In a must-win scenario in terms of the finances here. The culmination of the first map in this series. This is
that
just
control, man.
beautiful from Som. Yeah, has been playing the looser side of this pressure towards A.
Come on, bro. Take those fights, bro. They're not good.
Trying to get that confidence up, and I love that though. Trying to get Marder feeling out the game a bit, feeling himself, taking aggressive fights, backing your own number. Speaking of that, does he do it again up against Alpha?
Oh!
He does! Spoken into existence by Som, it works.
I think it's Marder who's definitely talking to.
100%.
Remove Alpha. No chance of the res here. Fnatic will have to play out as 4 crashes actually down on a Guardian as well.
Ulti lagi Fajar, sayang banget, Cok.
Can they find a recovery here to force an overtime?
Dan di TikTok kan nonton nggak ada ini ya, nggak kelihatan.
Ethan gets up off of this orb. Marder has to be careful. Kayak is all the way up towards top mid. He's just giving up the angle.
Timing, Kayak.
Oh my god. Oh.
Every single
Can he catch
step.
them though?
Look at the scramble. He might be able to get behind them here. He does! And on the back lines, he thrives. Finding 2, gets out, damage done.
Fnatic now in a position to greet anybody that progresses into B main, but now NRG left to scramble.
Where'd you go now? It's guesswork, right? You're trying to catch him in rotation, maybe catch him on the off chance here. Does he get a spot on this?
Oh my god.
Just because the smoke was
30
fading.
seconds left.
Didn't want to give it up. Re-smoke towards short. But look who's back here. The man they can't escape from. The man who already got to. Who might have just scrapped their chance of closing in regulation. But they go heaven. They try and path away. Boaster might be heard on this. The paranoia. Not going to find it. They're slightly ahead. 13 seconds. It's a miss. Scuba makes a meal of it. But 9 seconds on the plant. Som still standing. Broke by side. It's just going to be Som. Are we going OT already? Som trying to stand against the odds. Pops up a smoke, but this time, how much can he do? Not enough. Fnatic taking us the distance in map 1.
Kayak threads the needle in this round, Lauren.
Got it from a rookie, no less.
That sort of play to force overtime here. After
God.
conceding the first kill,
That
Alpha
takes
falls
guts, man.
so early for free.
Take a risk, take a chance. Look what he did to him, Mike. You don't see that from just any player. That takes a lot of guts to go for. It's one of those that can make you look silly if it goes wrong, get caught in that weird timing. He's up for it, showing caliber today. 12-12.
Let's go, boys, let's go. Come on, keep saving my ass, keep saving my ass, let's go.
I love that, Alpha. He's fine, man, he's doing his job, but NRG, it's a wake-up call, right? This is caliber teams. This is big boy players. They've been here before. They felt the pressure of these stages. Now, can you live up to it as well?
Chance to maybe catch your breath here. Maybe an opportunity to pressure towards A here, but the dart is dealt with. Probably a big indicator for Fnatic.
There.
On a call. Forced a little deeper in regulation, at least earlier on the attacking side.
Well, he was kind of the spark that got things started again.
Certainly was, yeah, when NRG continued to test him. Now actually, further tests potentially going towards Marder, who's picked up the pace a little bit. Gets on the back of Som's pep talk.
This is a deadly line, though.
I mean, Bork's already making his way across here as well.
You're gonna just post in like maybe a dart just to see. I mean, it's gonna see a whole lot now, but the line gets broken. They just kind of disrupted it. So now there's a problem. Scuba can't really get out of here, but can anyone then punish on the play through? Not really. Brook's fallen. Marder's still standing, and Scuba got to fall away, turns away. And now Marder on the side. We want big things. He's got to deliver in these big moments. Kayak has already proven that validity. On the other side now, a little pinned in by Switch, but they're waiting for an overstep. See if anyone would dare challenge from CT. They don't. Marder trying to draw eyes towards him. 7 flash! And he was blind. I don't know from where at this point, but Marder, a lovely reposition. It's perfect from Marder. But Crash is now the 1v2 on the right side, Marder. Left side, Ethan. He's done so well, but it's too little, too late. Ethan, cool, calm and collected.
The flash came over the top of B main from Ethan to play in the swing
That
from
was
backside.
a flash from Ethan?
I just caught it on the mini-map. It flies all the way over. absolutely beautiful.
30 seconds.
This
There it
one
is.
right here, yeah.
Oh,
Again, it's just, that's the sort of thing you get from Ethan. Off screen, rarely noted, but the value that he provides. NRG, again though, able to cling to life on that side and whittle away.
Ini mereka yang
Now on to the good.
paling jauh.
Kayak gonna have to deal with the dart here, will be noted.
Capaian paling jauh.
Poster and Alpha over towards short once more. Shouldn't be any surprises in terms of the formation here. NRG back towards market.
Here.
Saw them test this very early on in the half. Regulation, crashes.
Mereka belum ada
Those are
kalah.
somebody's probably drifted through.
Ini upper anjir yang menang ini masuk upper
careful
final.
though. They've certainly seen him now, and Boaster called in, but a little surprised on it, maybe a mini-map moment. And now gap closed. Varda! Bloodthirsty as ever! Hunting down Alpha as well. That unlocks A until him. The one man who took him into this position before pushed them into OT. Can he do it again? It looks like he's starting well. Good follow-up. Great kill. Oh my God! The baby-faced assassin making it look possible.
Look at Scuba's
Scuba,
HP.
2 HP, standing on top, standing tall. A 1v1. Oh my God! 2 HP was all he needed. NRG 14 to 12 in map 1.
Si member thank you sekarang.
Got the new iPhone 17
Lu
Pro
masih apa
and
namanya? Lu
Verizon
masih
picked up the
member.
tab.
No
Makasih.
way.
Gua kira lu udah nggak
Handsome
member.
and hilarious.
Gua sama lu
It's a
hijau
rare
aja.
combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else
Kita
will I
login
get it,
dulu aja,
right?
kita login. Dulu nggak sih? SD nggak sih kalau di YouTube? YouTube nggak SD kan?
Financial system updating.
Hijau lah, keren, thank you. Editor berkelas. Hampir tiap hari ngupload editan. Oke. Upload ini nggak sih? Ada gua kemarin lihat klip yang ini yang apa?
System updated. We will dance
Yang dari Kimetsu no
The
Yaiba
future of money is here.
Terus
Feels good.
satu lagi yang lagu apa sih?
Where we are starting off with Valorant.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best. So looking for revenge.
There's the shorty. Goes crazy.
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Heretics have come back all the way.
Ocean
Finally,
Eyes.
everyone. Finally.
Keren juga nih. 1,9 ini. Keren banget cok, sumpah yang masih kalah dan suara lu emang ya. Kayaknya ini ya kegedean deh, sorry. Tes, halo. Nah udah. Yang ini lu edit yang apa yang pakai lagu Ocean Eyes. Keren banget cok, editornya cok. Gue yang repost. Sama yang apa yang Kimetsu no Yaiba itu yang jatuh. Itu keren juga anjir. Bawa Aspas ke grand final nih. Aspas. Lu apa lagi Aspas? Kagak ada Aspas. Aspas udah pulang. Belum buat itu, emang lagi naik itu. Buat dong. Sama yang Ocean Ice juga, itu lagi naik juga. Bayangannya doang. duduk di tribun. Double stream betul, double stream. Tuh atau Paris Pak? Kagak anjir. Ini aja nonton pas ini doang. Pas udah mau di akhir match anjir nontonnya. Gua nonton pas apa nih? Udah mau ke final ini upper. Kok Paris pula. Grand final nonton langsung lebih cakep sih. Iya emang lebih cakep, tapi masalahnya gue nontonnya pas udah mau di ujung turnamennya gitu loh. Nggak mau menontonnya di ujung tuh nggak ada duit guys ke Paris ya, ke Paris ya, Chris ya. Kagak ada duit ke Paris. Dari mana duitnya, makanya duitnya dari mana? Rekomen makanan buat malam ini. Should I buy? What should I buy? Jangan gacuan tapi. Ini 2-0 gak sih? 2-0 Nrg. 2-0 Nrg ke upper. Stay di upper final. Fnatic rematch lawan Prx. Gimana bro? Masuk gak sih?
What an exciting way to kick off the finals weekend here at Chance. I'm now joined by Coach Bonka. Now, you won so many crucial rounds from a disadvantageous position. How do you guys keep your cool? What is the protocols in those moments?
I think we have a good read of how they rotate, when they rotate, and why they rotate. So it's all for us is just keep taking space, even if we're in a disadvantage.
Ini member gue 2 orang mana ini? Bijar sama ini mana nih? Bijar sama BG.
Welcome back, everyone. And NRG are up 1-0 in this series. We're now joined by a very special guest, welcoming us into his home country. It's Zage here, Carmine Core, the coach of Carmine Core. How's it going, my man?
I'm fine. I love to see this stadium. I actually did the tournament there already with Casey, so it's crazy to see how many people are there and
it's
just
amazing.
Watch the match.
It's not even the final.
Yeah, I know. It's not even the final. It's a crazy day.
It feels like one, though.
It does, especially with some of the plays we've been seeing. That, of course, takes us to our Verizon high-speed moment of the day. This one's going to go to NRG because we saw in round 8 just how good these defensive setups were from this squad.
Yeah, it was really good. I think they had a good read on Fnatic, what they were doing. Like Bonka just said in an interview, they know how they rotate and stuff, and Fnatic doesn't change that much their game and how they play usually. So this round, you could visually see this. It was 20 seconds left. They didn't rotate from B, even though they baited the wall and Vice setup. And then after they put it on the trap mid and just killed them all. So
I love the trust in the process, as you said. They interpreted. I think that especially now with so much Euro, once you hear someone just walking onto site after you've knifed and you know that this was there, you can interpret that that's a fake. They trusted the process. They were convinced in the read that they had onto Fnatic, and it's one of the multiple rounds.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to see how these rounds, especially toward the tail end, credit to Fnatic for really hanging in there and trying to bring this one back, which they nearly did. But the other thing that we got to talk about here, Zage, was Mata really struggling to get things going in the early game there. He was having a tough time. And you can even see it in these first kills here that Fnatic were getting on NRG. A lot of those were on Mata at the start.
Yeah, especially on defense side. Mata died first time 5 times. First entry duels as 5. And this was crazy to me because he had 2 times offline and he lost his duel and 1 with Outlaw. So even though he struggled a lot on defense, Energy still managed to win 8-4. And this is means that the team knows how to rotate on the map and where to catch Fnatic. So this was really good.
Yeah, the win conditions for Nrg is Brock in that Odin. Disgusting, but so effective. Absolutely love to see it.
And depending on who you ask,
anywhere.
disgusting in more ways than one.
Yes, exactly. But another one, of course, is the battle of the operators. Kayak was doing so well with the snipers when he moved on to the defense. But yeah, Mana was just not having the time. And then we moved on to overtime. And seriously, in this tournament, name a more iconic duo, Nrg and an overtime. They go back to life, and we have crazy rounds like those.
Yeah, and just to see the way that Nrg were able to make it happen, very impressive stuff there of Coach Fnatic. Not out of it yet. They have to be able to battle back as they get ready for map 2. We do have Coach Milan for a quick word before we jump into that map.
Guys, ntar aku ke dapur sih.
I've got Coach Milan here with me ahead of
aing ke dapur
on
sih.
the receiving end of the Brock Odin. If you want to survive this series, you have to find a way to deal with that. What is the answer to it?
I think whoever finds the answer to that question will win champs. So let's make sure it's us, but I don't know. The boys, I think we're calling some good adaptations. It's just so difficult to deal with someone you can't see on your screen, and yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
I hope you do for map 2. Good luck.
It's very clear that they are struggling to be able to stop the likes of Brock. And my guy's shooting through all the walls. You know, he has all the access in the world. He's finding great angles there.
I think that was a great response from me, being like, seriously, if you know, please tell me, send me a DM, or come and win champs. But now we're going to move on to Abyss. Do not forget, at the end of the day, Fnatic did pick that ascent. So we're moving into Nrg and what they want to do. And I'm so happy, Zage, that we have you here, because they do run the Harbor, and you know a lot about Harbor, don't you? What do you think about the agent on this map?
I think it's maybe his best map with Pearl.
Yeah.
So like if we need like to see a Harbor move on this map, might be like him playing mid a lot on defense, and like especially with the B side, it's really hard to defend B side on defense. So like what they need to do, and like they did a lot in the previous games, is like let them get side, especially with Fnatic bridge, because Fnatic plays bridge and they like to execute B a lot on attack. So like they just need to play mid with the Harbor, let them use all the abilities, and that's just flood in when they start to plan. So like Fnatic will be on the side, and them like just cutting the side with the wall, creating an arena and like retaking through it.
Yeah, essentially make the Thunderdome.
Yeah,
you know, and then try and settle the score there. But you know what, though? I mean, both teams coming to this one, Bea, they're good on this map, right? Both teams have had success here. So this isn't going to be a Fnatic walking into a potential trap. They know, or at least they should know, what to expect here.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially thinking about the map, Vito, coming into this match, they should expect that Abyss is going to be a part of it. Do not forget, we were mentioning in last week, last week, right? I don't even know what we live anymore.
Time eludes.
Bear in mind, these teams have been here for a month. This is a very long tournament. I cannot keep track of time, so I can make excuses for them all day. But as I was saying, Fnatic still undefeated on that attack. They've been so incredibly effective. Sage, what do you think, especially when we think about this super one-sided for the side of Abyss, what do you think teams should do to adapt on the defense?
I think Nrg have the perfect comp to like counter this type of play, because Fnatic likes to spam a lot B side because they have the bridge and they have their execute. So basically what they always do is like they go through window, crashes is droning, they jump left side, and then the bridge is stunning all of left side, and like Waylay is going in.
Yeah.
So like, and what they like to do about this is like they put Kayak on side, and then they play a lot post plant outside. So like with the Harbor, actually, like you don't let them to have the time to be on that post plant.
Yeah.
You cut side, as I said, like you create an arena and you retake them when they start like using everything. Because like they like to use Buster Paranoia for city spawn, they like to use like the stun for all of left side, and like just send Kayak in. And like you just let them go in, use all their abilities.
Let them use the Harbor Wall, and
then
big Brock with that Odin.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you can see the rookies, though, Mata and Scuba making their way to the stage.
They needed one more
start.
minute. This maps are being so long for them, and I assume that the tension, once they're one map away from a grand final in champs, even knows what this feels like, but for the rest, it's not that like that.
I mean, this is such incredible heights that Nrg have reached at this point, and Fnatic know this, and I think Zage coming into this, a lot of people, you know, the fans are very much behind a Fnatic. You hear the cheers every single time they start to rally things back, but that puts a lot of pressure, I think, on this team, whereas Nrg, I feel like I love saying this term, they're playing with house money. They could do whatever they need to do, and however far they make it, hey, they made it this far. No one had them coming this far to begin with.
Yeah, of course. No one was expecting Nrg to be like to go that far, to be honest. So like when they are here, I think like they're just feeling like underdogs, and like having a great moment. You can see it, like there are some like going up, like hyping his teammates and stuff like this. I saw him also during the game. He saw that Mada had a rough game, and he spoke to him. He tried like to bring him back into it, like with the mood and stuff like this. So like you can just see like they're enjoying it. And also like I really like what Nrg is doing because they abuse a lot of the stuff that people don't abuse. So like Odin on a lot of maps, Judge, like we saw some a lot on defense. He had money to buy Vandal and Phantom and he was spamming the Judge. So like, I mean, you can just like do some uploads for them.
Yeah, no, it's unconventional. It's an unconventional way to approach it, and it has been working out for them. And like Coach Milan said, when someone figures it out, slide into the DMs.
I feel like that's been the key for this year, at the beginning of the year with T1 and playing that double duelist for Drx. Look at where they are, also going into that lower final floor today. And we are not seeing changes. So Gaia going on the Waylay, the double initiated, you were speaking about Sage with the Breach and the Soba. I think that we did not, this deep into the tournament, it could be a little bit of a curveball, but especially with how little time you have and how high the stakes are, it gets more difficult to make those adaptations. And Fnatic has decided to start on the defense.
Yeah, I think they know that they have pretty good at that, but also like if Nrg picked that map, they know how Fnatic plays. And as we said earlier, Fnatic doesn't change their game that much, and Bonkar knows it. He talks about it on SN. So like right now, if they have good prep, they should know what Fnatic is doing.
Yeah, a good read goes a long way. Zage, before we let you go, my friend, who you got winning this one?
I think Nrg. I cheer for Fnatic because they're my friends. But I think Nrg should win because Fnatic is really readable on this map.
I think that someone that we need to look at here as well is Boaster. I think that he was doing pretty well in the Omen in the first map. When he moves on to the Astra, that has to skyrocket, especially when we're speaking about dealing with mid and how they have to
Kira WP lagi betul. Tapi WP-nya di ujung-ujung turnamen. Kan crawler.
NRG is doing on the attack.
NRG
telat
are
harusnya.
one
Cuman ya udah
map
ya.
away from being able to compete
Soalnya aku
for
tuh
the
nonton juga guys di HP.
trophy.
Aku watch
Fnatic
party aja.
surely does not want to give them that opportunity. Fnatic needs to fight back in order for them to force that map 3. Let's send it back over to your casters. Here's Pansy and Hypoc yet again.
Kalian mendukung siapa nih? Fnatic Nrg. Fnatic atau Nrg? Gue jujur-jujuran gue Nrg ya. Biar ada kandidat baru ya.
NRG staking their claim.
Against the odds is really what I want to tap into here because
jarang
NRG
masuk
just won
turnamen.
At one point in that map,
Kalian menang
I think
champion
Mada
ya.
actually finished at 4 and 12 in terms of the opening duels, but he was sat at 7 and 17. And again, they are recovering rounds that historically teams aren't able to flip versus a team like Fnatic. The ones that are able to convert advantages time and time again, NRG actually flipped the script on them. So again, it's got to be a blow to Fnatic. And no strangers to this sort of stage, but NRG certainly getting a haymaker off here to open the series.
Oh yeah, and all that devotion and desire that Fnatic have always had.
Nonton makan guys, sambil makan aja bro.
That they never quite made for that one title that has evaded them. They face down a true underdog here, who have turned up and made it look like their day. But it's map 2, it's Abyss, and it will be NRG on the attack.
Revealing area. Start off here. Very quickly going to dip his toes. What's this? Actually nearly caught off, but that's a lot of information and utility here.
Yeah,
immediately NRG spring into action.
Yeah, look at that burst, look at the split straight through middle as well. It's a lovely crunch. It's lucky the Kayak still breathing. At this point, they've lost Quad and Boaster though. All so focused towards trying to get that A main fight going in their favor, but Scuba. Lovely check there, does catch Alpha, just seen a glimpse, but it's Crashies to find Ethan. And there's layers on this. Scuba will not be moved! How's he standing still? And he's on the run. Alpha has got to find these players, and they are just evacuating the area. They don't want to give him a chance at this, and Mada feels like the checkmate.
Harbor bro, NRG bro.
Exceptional beginnings.
Pakai Harbor, bayangin ini. Agent pool paling nggak jarang dipakai sama NRG dok.
In the pistol round. But yeah, this pinch is so fast from NRG. Fnatic caught completely off guard.
Well, because you had kind of got Kron trying to set up maybe
they're the ones, Fnatic are the ones trying to actually go forwards on the map. Find themselves a kill and get away, but amounts to nothing. But again, drawing out the utility early on. Beautifully orchestrated there by NRG.
Yang ngikutin Vct G2 kalah sama siapa?
Scuba
G2.
does have the Phantom. He's looking to find a bit of a corner to play from, but he has support, right? Not standing alone
Itu kok udah
here.
pulang ya?
So Kayak not going to get what he wanted at all. Spot out another player, and they're sitting back a little bit further. You can't have isolated fights if you want to get something going here. And again, there are still 2 pistols. That being Brock and Ethan, so as long as they recover these, it's fine. He's giving it up. Smarter choice there, trying to give nothing away.
Yeah, Fnatic really going to get themselves off the starting block here. The second round, at least.
Scuba's so close to that ult as well. Man.
Yeah, early progress for him is massive in terms of this first ult cycle for NRG. And due to how it's panned out here for Fnatic, obviously not going to be, well, probably a round or 2 behind in terms of this first cycle, but yeah, we'll resort back towards potentially a proactive play outside A. But NRG have just been so robust in terms of utility usage, in terms of bodies in the right place. Well, to say that, Marder caught off guard.
Yeah, Marder's, again, NRG were able to do it without Marder having to be the headliner. Here, I think he needs to find a little bit more of that comfort. Hard against Kayak, especially when he's being played in as well. But still, it's something that we're going to have to keep track on. It's an early show of force over towards B, but the intention, not sure if it's there, considering where the spike is.
Certainly just a feel is sent out
Besok malam kita
towards Alpha.
WP lagi besok final lower. Berarti nggak ada mabar tuh guys.
Again,
Berarti mabarnya off dulu.
Considering map 1, not necessarily feeling like they're at a deficit right now. Side of the head count. Drone will spot nothing for Crashies, but will put Kayak onto a deeper line once more.
Oh, it's lovely. Simply lovely for Kayak. Picking up where he left off after map 1. You're looking at the scraps of what remains of NRG. Can they make something out of nothing, though? Incredibly hard in a 2v4.
Forced to adjust the plant.
Som.
Yeah, the stun comes through, a little bit of a spam, but nothing actually connecting here.
Scuba's still got that ult. I mean, Som's trying to play ahead here. Maybe try and get himself 1 for free. Try and get those odds looking better.
Tahu nggak head coachnya? Head coachnya Fnatic kan pindah ya ke Prx ya.
But Scuba is yet to die. Finally beats his face.
Berarti dia ini dong bakal tinggal di Korea dong.
Draw out maybe an extra rifle that Fnatic
Di
wouldn't
Korea
have
atau Singapura
wanted to lose here. Round on the board regardless. He noted as well, Scuba, the result, Som also putting his ult into
pindah region anjir. Dari EMEA ke Apak anjir.
On the back end of this play, just to trim the fat a little more ahead of NRG finding their way onto site. A couple of regens in play here for Fnatic, and actually Crashies down on.
Oh, they still want to test this, Mike.
The Guardian, yeah, gonna. Oh well, walk into actually the heaviest stack that NRG have positioned here.
Back in a flash.
This is scary though. This time he's going to respect it. Goes back in for seconds, but again, the out drone is going to find him. How long does he stay around on this? No, he has to back away. Burning a lot of the util though, but the ult going to come in. This could be their springboard. Kron just straight into the dark there. Don't think he saw him, but maybe as Kayak looks to get involved here. Can't quite do it. NRG still going to be unwilling to relent, still trying to find their footing on the side. Brock up top, raining in bullets from above. And Boaster manages to go and gets his head ripped off.
Yeah, NRG just picking Fnatic apart here towards A site. Alpha on the flank here, the awareness is already there.
Yep.
Whereabouts he resides. 3 left to find Scuba again tagged up, but it will be a clean 1v3.
Wouldn't it just be mental if he did this? If there was anyone else, your mind might start to wander. But he commands the respect that he sometimes earns in these moments, but it'll be a very long road here, and that time pretty much defining this now. NRG giving him no quarter, no chance. You can see what he can do when it starts going. He's going to put the pressure on him though. Make him react. Eats the flash, will be forced off. Time is gone, and NRG showing no fear in these fights, Mike.
Yeah, a chance for maybe Fnatic to stop them at the front door, but I think as soon as Kayak's not able to land his utility and slow things down. This is with Chronicle finding a freebie, as you noted. through the smoke. But Prx just does so well to break the crosshair placement, force Crashes and Chronicle to react.
Oh, boys.
I think, yeah, the intention is to stop them on the way in, but NRG just bulldoze or brute force their way onto site.
It starts feeling harder and harder to stop them at the front door, right? You start losing out on those fights. And this will be a lighter purchase from Fnatic, so you've got Stingers and Sheriffs. The Kayak, though, a chance to get involved, and it was a very short-lived chance. Scuba is on an absolute tear so far.
Yeah, picking up from the work
Pasti
he's doing
berapa
at the
nih
end of
dari
the scent
mirip
here,
si Mustio
certainly
anjir.
carrying it across to Abyss. Alpha on the hunt here, Roaster alongside him, but another round where NRG are just happy to freeze. Force the hand of Fnatic, put them into these uncomfortable positions. There's only actually Alpha with the Sheriff here, so Plant will come through, looking as if they will find a consolation here, considering the range.
Trip of the wall, Scuba. Eyes turn. The Boaster, he might have contact with first. You can see Alpha already getting up towards window, but Boaster gets found, so just on Alpha now. And looking to try and go down swinging, but still going down nonetheless. So as it stands, 4-1, Fnatic, let's get a grip on this game. They've got to come in now, but this scoreline gets stressful.
But also seeing a reaction from the coach booth, you're almost anticipating a very early timeout from Fnatic, potentially on the back of this round to come.
Muslim, yes, I'm Muslim. Alhamdulillah, I'm Muslim.
I just don't think there's anything that's... I mean, the first map, you can talk about conceding first bloods. That's something that will throw NRG off their game plan. Like I said, a lot of those were untraded. It wasn't as if NRG was springboarded off there. They were able to actually navigate their way through the mid-round time and time again.
2-2-1, excuse me, 3-2 split. Still showing some intention towards middle, and you can see the reaction. Fnatic have put a lot of bodies to this. Maybe a little bit worried after that first round that we saw when that early split came towards A, but patience. Capture, at least from Crashies, to note there are bodies behind this early show of utility.
And nobody really noting Kayak. Again, will be expected with how they've played outside A. NRG, for the first time, towards some sort of commitment up mid here. I thought Chronicle maybe was going to get tagged out through the smoke, yeah.
Why?
Bang on, but not to be.
Why about me? What you mean about me?
Go in towards the one man who has been terrifying. It should be seen here. Marder, relay this. But to move someone like Kayak, you've got to be on your A game. To threaten someone like Kayak, you've got to be ready. You're throwing everything
about
at
what?
him,
About
simply
what?
Everything to force him
yes,
off
I
this.
am Muslim.
And it's given NRG the site now.
Plant will come through. See, Marder looking to really push forwards here. Quite deep in, but Chronicle's going to punish it.
I don't mind it. I want to see him take those risks, get involved. But a 1-for-1 trade. They've lost Crashes on one side here into the deeper post plant for NRG, leaving just some on the site who now needs to move back a little bit. Ethan still showing a bit of a nuisance. That presence, that positioning could put Alpha on a platter. Som back in the action though. Fnatic's trying to take steps here. Ethan needs to be present. He has to show interest. He has to keep them on their toes because NRG in the back line's now being threatened. Alpha, Kron in unison. It's Scuba who's been a monster so far. Can he do it to Alpha now? The time is ticking. Scuba, can you hold your... No!
Absolutely insane from Scuba so far. Red Bull clutch here to find NRG's 5th round.
I'm out.
Well, it looks like Fnatic are able to turn the tides, get themselves back towards site. Absolutely beautiful from him. Sitting at 11-1 right now. Like I said, coming alive on the back end of Ascent. Delivering for NRG here. As I said, anticipating an early timeout from Fnatic. Considering the reaction we saw just a couple of rounds ago, certainly feeling as if the game plan is off. Execution, sure, understandable. You take that round by round, but the game plan needs an adjustment here.
It does. This is where your coach is.
Earn the money.
Yes, absolutely. At 5-1, you look bigger picture, right? Fnatic have been chasing this final what feels like a lifetime, pretty much.
Absolutely, yeah.
And as much as we can talk about the moment, and they'll try and stay focused round by round and you know, in the moment itself. To deny that weight is in their mind would be naive. For someone like Boaster, someone like Chronicle, Crashies, Kayak, all of these players, that's what they're chasing here. And for NRG, they've set the bar high, playing without fear. Looking like the favourites somehow.
This is the thing as well, and GB actually totally agree with what he said. Playing with house money, they're the ones that almost have, they don't need to defy expectations anymore. We're here, we're playing against Fnatic. Actually, let's take some risks. I said they aren't playing as if they're duelists, just went 4 and 12 in the opening map.
The way Scuba's picking up the slack is wild. And Marder's doing his job, right? Like, he's doing what he needs to here. You're looking at what does Fnatic do to adjust. The game plan has to be good. You may not see it in this round, because we do have Sheriffs and just that Bulldog with Kron. So you eye up the rest, but I want to see a fight back from them. I don't want to see it clear cut. I want to see them look competitive here. Fnatic should not be going out with a win.
Let's go NRG, end this fest. And we
can they remind NRG who they are?
Fnatic almost anticipating NRG switching things up now. Out of their timeout. We'll have 3 players in the right place. Kayak being one of them. It is just Sheriffs they're walking into. Actually, I'm going to call the one with the rifle, but only a Bulldog. Doubtful he's really going to be able to keep the rest of NRG at bay.
They take mistakes, and that's something that's not really happening. Look at the smother on the site, right? Very, very perfectly placed, but a miss from Marder. Tees up Chronicle. There's still Kayak here. Don't forget about him. He's actually got a nice bit of timing and a nice corner to play from, but he gets seen. Ethan, the safe pair of hands, finding 3 and extinguishing any problems that could have been building. Now Alpha's made it over here, but he's getting no look in.
But what's key is actually Som's ultimate obviously pinging out. Kayak's reposition here. NRG in terms of target priority, able to find, I think Chronicle even finds one seemingly clean ahead of this execute coming through, but NRG just able to smother the entire site here. I mean, you've got to see a response from Fnatic.
Yep. It's a different start. We don't have Kayak on this side of the map here. We have Boaster posted up towards A. You've got Crashies beside him, 2 ults.
Yeah, because that previous round is the one that actually draws a body from Fnatic towards the other side.
Okay, so instantly going to try and sit back deeper, but look at the TP here. Ethan going to send the paranoia and trying to be a little cheeky. He's into the smoke! Audacious play, and Crashies is having none of that. But Marder's got the back line. You're going to have the post out from the Hunter's Fury coming in, but Marder looking like he wants to go hunting. You see the temptation. NRG wanted a brawl.
Yeah, they are chomping at the bit to take this fight towards spawn. Yeah, but so much pressure's coming through. Crashy's still under fire, under pressure. Able to take flight. Steady himself here. Will drone through to try and identify something.
I'm still looking at this late flank from Marder coming in. He is a mile away, and he can be set up for success. Now, when does he pull the trigger, though? Brock going to try and be the distraction. Is gorgeous from Brock. Bullying the big boys here. NRG making this damn hard work. Som, slippery as well on the site. Look at this crossfire. You clear one. Did you expect Scuba? No. And now you got Brock and Scuba. Scuba is unrelenting. 3 kills.
Kill.
This is his map.
Scuba is just going absolutely berserk right now.
God, the guts to be doing that.
Yeah, and again, NRG now starting to lean into it, creating this little pocket on the top of site here.
Look at this. Like, someone's like, yeah, no, I'll go down for this, don't worry. There's Scuba. He ain't done on one. Spins around. Look at this guy. You can feel it now, Mike. 7-1. There's something happening here.
Fnatic absolutely locked out of this first half.
Trying to play in Kayak. And Marder put him on notice, but staying alive.
Another broken purchase as well. Obviously, the rifle in hand for Kayak. Almost desperation mode. Try and find a recovery. But back to the point where NRG can slow things down once more. Going into the pressure of this scoreline. Ultimate's available, 2 away for Brock, but side of Fnatic, obviously nothing to really lean on here. Alfie has adjusted his setup ever so slightly. I don't really think Boaster and Alpha are in a position to find kills off the back of this utility.
Let's see, Paranoia in, TP, site's theirs. Is there any threat before plant? You're looking at Alpha, but he's already been checkmated. Ethan got his number easily, and he's been good on this side of the map here, Ethan, and he is again. The guardian of it, and Scuba controlling mid. Nothing is working for Fnatic. This is worrying signs here.
Really is. NRG just completely outclassing them. Kayak obviously does have the rifle, but doesn't necessarily want to feed into any of these ultimates now that are on the brink. Will give NRG just such a comfortable position towards the back end of this first half.
And I know we've talked about the comeback capability with Fnatic, but that narrative, I'm not going to read into it 1 to 7, 1 to 8. I need more than that. I need a buffer, because we've already seen the capability individually on NRG.
We talk about those sort of things not being, we talk about repeatable success, right? Sure. It's not as if you go, oh yeah, but they've come back before, it's fine. It never feels fine when you watch them.
No.
It's always, and it takes so much to be able to do it when people like Scuba are doing what they're doing. You can see how confidently they're playing. Right now, in terms of, like I said, their game plan doesn't really look like it's there for Fnatic, whereas NRG, let's say you can prepare for this. The ante is not necessarily something you lean on versus a team like Fnatic, because they are fairly linear in terms of what they like to do and stick to their guns, but here we've not really got anybody delivering for Fnatic.
No.
There's nothing to really believe in here.
Give us something. Ethan. Best here is Kayak is going for a wander. You talk about confidence. He's trying individually to spark something, and it just falls flat.
Yeah, fairly indicative of maybe the discussions in the comms for Fnatic here. Crashies still looking to secure mid, but I mean, just look on the minimap of where that kill's happening. And what they even really benefit from Kayak finding a kill in that scenario. I said they didn't really benefit on Ascent in so many of the rounds that NRG were able to flip on their head. Tom just one away from his ult once more. Pings on the minimap. Looks like Alpha might have some company very soon.
Okay, but can he do anything, right? It just feels like the gates are open for NRG. Alpha is notorious, however. Always a threat, but he can't stand really against this. He decides to dip back in. Fancies to go himself. You can see how all-encompassing the site take is. There's very little room for error. Broke up to where he was before an hour.
Ya elah, Fajar nge-whiff, Cok.
Shot there, Mike. I'm seeing mistakes where we don't see them.
Yeah.
I'm seeing individuals looking a little off.
Like I said, usually in some of these deficits that you see Fnatic in, it's like there'll be a player popping off, and that's who Fnatic get behind.
They spark and go behind, but there's no one. Even Kayak's not really had much play. It feels like he can't really get into much of these.
Win ya. Halo Biji, nah akhirnya Biji. Gimana akun Discordmu Biji? Aman kah Biji?
Yes. You need one of
Aman
the
Biji, akun Discordnya Biji.
And right now you got none.
No. Like I said, NRG have basically done all the hard work in terms of drawing an extra body towards B side of the map. Not really leaning on that too much. A couple of trade-off kills here, but
rounds one.
Yeah, rounds one. Obviously, it's not going to have a massive impact on finances here.
Do you double timeout?
Yeah, I absolutely think you do. Yeah.
Yang retas orang Kanada anjir.
Something's not going right, to say the very least. A 1 to 9.
Like I said, even in Fnatic, I guess across this year, you never really see them get deeper and deeper into the strat book, right? We have set pieces, we have the overall ethos for this team, but this is where we kind of test the uncharted territory for Fnatic in terms of
hopeless anjir.
What do you actually switch up here without something to, just something to
make me believe.
Pin hopes, yes, exactly.
Get me back on board. And Alpha again, isolated and alone. He does have Quan slowly creeping over, but Alpha wants to try and make the play. It starts to feel desperate at this point, but maybe that's what they need. A reason to believe. One is a start, he needs more. His support's already fallen. He's pinned to the wall. There's no getting out of this. A flank from Kayak. Maybe that's the saving grace. But already NRG trying to find that stability. Nice from Kayak. Deep in the back lines. But he can't double down on this. Ethan already finds him. It's a 3v2 advantage NRG.
Most so he does have the Odin as well, but not going to be this sort of situation where he's going to potentially find a kill here. NRG able to comfortably reset away from sight.
When you start looking at saving, I mean, you're at 1 to 9. You got to go for
Flank
something.
face jok.
Already there's a flank in play as
Kubang
well.
ngeflank
If all
anjing.
goes wrong, there is still a line behind
Bolanya
it.
juga lama banget lagi.
Loster's lost.
Bolanya
It's
lama banget, Jok.
Crashies now. There is not much to do but die here as Som looking to be the one to put him down. Brought to the knees at 10 to 1. Fnatic not even being given the chance to die on their feet.
No, not even having a say in some of these rounds. And the thing is, this is where the Harbor can really shine, creating these ratty pockets that force out very awkward re-clearances from Fnatic on the way back in when they're already at a disadvantage. Som absolutely channeling into that.
Played against us. These guys have never played against us before.
Again, it throws off the tendencies. He's absolutely right. It's like there's actually situations where they're not familiar with clearing some of these spots out, and a player really overstaying their welcome. A 10-1 scoreline. NRG on the brink of shutting this down.
Certainly are.
Jok,
Bit of a TP.
ngapain si Ethan ngetrol lah?
Gonna be found first there, so Kayak still trying to play his life out. Finally, it feels like in the right place. Maybe he can handle this in crashes. I like this approach.
Absolutely. See, Alpha has fallen here. Marda, curious.
Marda, ooh, toying with him. And Marda does pin down crashes. So we're back down to this 4v3 advantage NRG. Kill by kill, they've got to be feeling this now. That grand final is so close here.
Yep. Certainly within touching distance here. Kayak tagged up, 86 HP, no shield behind this. Still trying to catch somebody off guard, but
as
we can see
Dapat
NRG
senjata itu bro, anjing.
still in a fantastic position to take the B site once more.
30 seconds
Chronicle
left.
will have his ult, find a kill here, but it's not the situation where Fnatic have found kills.
Nope. This feels like we are watching the downfall of a team very poorly prepared for this. Maybe banking on map 1.
Tuh dengar,
You
Cok.
don't get to
Dengar
do
tuh
that
jatuh anjir.
here though.
Capek nggak sih?
As Marda waits. That's a flash and falls away. Does now stays welcome. Burns a lot of that util initially though. The deeper line being controlled. Som slip ahead a bit. We'll spot out one. Fnatic still struggling on the cross here. Only going to get Boaster on the site on the tap, but look at it, man. It's a firing squad.
NRG
in full
Buset.
control.
Kena main-mainin, Cok.
Nearly flawless.
Barely breaking a sweat in this first half. But on the other side, Fnatic have to be sweating themselves.
Kenapa anjing?
It's going to be a nightmare for Fnatic. Can they wake up for it? All right, energy on that dream run.
Bantai, Cok. Bantui.
It ain't a mistake. It's 11-1.
Do not adjust your screens.
No, you are seeing what could be an unbelievable end result here as we do check in on the Coinbase Econ report. I mean, Scuba
no
deserves
surprises whatsoever to see that name here.
But what an upswing in form, because I could kind of see it from some other players on the big stage. I'm like, cool, yeah, absolutely. But Scuba's just been kind of like, you know, quietly working away, doing his job. But here,
yeah, like I said, the back end of Ascent and the first few rounds here on Abyss basically put this on a platter for NRG to capitalize. And Fnatic left licking their wounds. I mean, broken, battered, and bruised after that first half. And it's such a small margin for them to find something in the second half. And obviously, slight advantage in terms of the pistol round win rate, but they certainly need this to be clean in the opening 5 or 6 rounds here.
Yeah. All right. Fnatic, can you make us pay attention?
Look at NRG, stacked 4 up mid.
Bloody hell, if anyone walks that way, B's open. Like, surely Kayak at this point is going, guys, there's no one here. Something weird's going on, but Marder is going to see 3. So good info there. Fake didn't really sell much because they've actually still got this stack. So flash out. They pause there. I think Fnatic don't like that they've just walked into something a bit bizarre.
But the issue being that NRG have read the fake on B and rotated away from that. I don't think Fnatic are necessarily going to get fully ahead of the timing here.
No. Well, I guess there's that question mark, though, for NRG. How far have they explored? Is someone a little bit deeper?
Yes,
they could be anywhere.
Exactly.
So it does slow down rotations, could potentially play in alpha, but I mean, I feel like I'm clutching at straws when I'm seeing an 11-1. I can't ignore it, man.
1-11 anjay.
Now just waiting.
Apa ini cok 1-11 anjing?
Don't need to hurry this too much. You've got the flank on the way. Further out, though. First contact made. Kayak and Crash, she's back-to-back damage. A necessity.
Now
and the late
Alpha.
presence from Alpha is coming in. That's key here. Boy, the Ethan is still alive. And maybe battered and broken, but still breathing for now. Up towards heaven, kept safe by the smoke, but Alpha's presence alone is an issue.
One enemy remaining.
That's Chronicle Finder matter as well,
That's lovely.
Oh.
Okay, it's a step. It's a step. Seeing Chronicle trying to give it there in the cam sounds and looks like a fight song at a funeral, but maybe I'm wrong. 2-11, they've taken the step, Mike.
Absolutely. Concern being, though, NRG, you can already see them toying with some fairly wild ideas here. Certainly want to rely on the fact that there's a massive buffer between these two teams here on Abyss. Be well flushed out here in terms of the round 2 purchase for Fnatic. We'll just be Alpha and Boaster bringing pistols in, though. Like I said, the opening 5 or 6 rounds for me here needs to be. Hang on, Simon Mada already trying to take the initiative here, testing the Fnatic players even further, but
I don't mind a bit of aggression. You've
no,
got rounds
absolutely,
to play with.
Like I said, they have a huge buffer to just get really weird in some of these rounds.
And as long as we don't see those, like, when it gets a bit closer, seeing those weird broken buys when they're over-investing a bit.
Yeah,
it's
one
still
person's down on, yes, exactly, yeah. Missing
like
Uto or a shield or down on a Guardian and whatnot. Gee, give this one up.
Ya, masih dapat plan. Duit.
Flawless round here for Fnatic.
Mending dari awal tadi, cok. Dari awal.
Round at a time, I guess.
Crash has made very decent inroads towards his ultimate.
But this is the first challenge, right? Like, you look at the buy coming out from this. This is the tester.
Yeah, it is.
There is no chance for mistakes if you're Fnatic. If we're going to genuinely talk about it, there is no chance for
I mean,
error.
you get reset once and it's
done.
wraps. NRG looking a little more traditional here in terms of formation, but happy to put Scuba on an island, rightfully so.
Oh, the guy's been filthy with it. Marder again, though, willing to take a risk and takes their life. Oh, and third is fantastic. Fnatic caught asleep at the wheel and punished for
Kehit aja
this.
enggak, anjir.
Exactly the sort of round the Kayak was pushing forwards for them. Marder capitalizes here. 3 huge kills.
They
Oh,
make
it's
it
magic
this
for
match
them.
fast.
The first real chance for Fnatic to even believe in themselves gets crushed under that. So it falls to Alpha and Kron. Two players who can excel. But Brock's got his number, man. Doesn't need to take any real risks on this either. Pick your poison.
Spike making his way over towards Scuba here. Alpha a little disconnected, trying to play towards cutting somebody off, but NRG happy to sit back on these numbers now.
So you've put your faith in Kron to win a 1v1, and Alpha needs to get you a kill. He can't. He was tracked the whole way. Brock on it, NRG! It's 12 rounds, and it's flawlessly achieved.
Flawless.
Just such an upswing once more for NRG. To pull out this sort of performance versus Fnatic, Marder just goes insane here.
Nice magic from him. That's got to be something to remember there.
Buset, ke-hit aja kagak anjir, gila Cok Mada.
Considering his map 1 performance really struggled. Like I said, NRG weren't capitalizing off of him laying his life down, but certainly here now, firing on all cylinders, NRG. Get any more than a whimper here from Fnatic in the second map.
The pace now on the shoulders of Kayak. Looks for the first, he finds it. Drops down Scuba, who's been the final boss of this. Boaster played in on one. Still trying to stay alive. We've got Brock, Ethan, and Marder. For that plant, though, it's not in yet. Brock looking to maybe get that timing right here, but Alpha fully aware. Gotta be careful!
Oh my God!
And what a shot from Brock. That's a problem. And a little bit of hesitation on the cross-up, a little bit of... Oh my God, Marder, what a shot is that? But it's a 2v3, they're not out of the woods just yet. There's problems just about everywhere. Ethan puts his life on the line. The spam so close, but not connecting. Brock, 10 more seconds until the dart's back up, but he can gap close. He can get in their face. He tries to capture.
Oh my word.
They've gotten away, and Crashes has his ult. He's got util. They have everything they need to secure this round, but Brock, can you make something out of nothing? This is not the round you should be winning. But a chance. 3 HP. He's trying everything he could. The Fnatic holding on for 4.
I mean, I'm getting so worried when you see Fnatic still not having the spike even on the site. By the time the smokes drop, that kind of wave of pressure has already passed.
Looks like Ethan almost caught one of those crosses, right? You think, oh, if that was one before, you don't know what you're in for.
Marder catches one.
It was Marder,
yeah, and then Ethan and then Brock almost catches the retreat on the pullback smoke. But it's just 4 on the board for Fnatic.
It has to be perfection and nothing less. And once again, Marder is here. The downfall before. The out drone should be enough to force him away. It is.
Actually, big info that you see the TP has invested so far across the map. Fnatic really can capitalize on that. It's still being Scuba on the other side now. Yeah. Again, look at how hard they have to work to even just get themselves in front of a site. Now taking a casualty. Crashies does have Hunter's Fury now. Okay.
Marder, you double.
Wait, anjing, ngeri juga anjing.
Can just TP away.
We're gonna probably jump check this.
Lovely. Has a look, he still knows they're there. Brock gets called in. Everyone batten down the hatches. They're on the way. Kayak can't open things up on the backside. You're looking at Brock now, filling that space, playing up on that wall. It's been a problem for Fnatic to find their way forward. But Crash is going to find one, takes away Scuba. But Brock is waiting. They're just slipping into the smoke here. Chronicle's got some, but Brock's still standing, still surrounded. How is he still alive? Finally caught. It's Ethan and Marder. Back at the site for 1. But it's now a 2v4. It's a long road back.
Yeah, Marder tagged up as well. One away from his ultimate. Ethan will actually find Boaster as well. Second clearance is there, but Crashies shut down Marder.
Ethan, okay, handle. 3 survive. I'm not
Anjir, gokil semua Cok. Smoke booster anjir.
I'm down for Fnatic to prove it round by round. I want to see
Sneaky
what they
picky
have.
smoke Cok, 2 orang Cok.
That felt like on a knife's edge, right? Like,
I mean, all of these rounds will be with Som throwing up these sorts of cutting sightlines the way he is. And players like Brock tucking onto the backside of it. It's just, it's such a treacherous sight to have to hit. will force out a timeout here from NRG, but to be honest, an opportunity for them to catch their breath a little bit.
Because they're not in necessarily a hurry still, right? We really only talk about it when we get to 7-8 rounds, maybe even further for some people. I tend to start paying a bit more mind at about 8. So there is then the chance of getting the economy
basically
behind
within
you.
a buy round or two, considering that ult cycle, but
it takes one round, one moment, one 3K from Marder, one backbone round from Scuba. They could all fall apart. So it's so fragile as it stands. Yes, Fnatic have done well. They've dropped 1 round this half so far. They've marched back 4. This is a long road.
How many times can you keep asking for the same sort of performances, though, from this roster to put themselves in positions where they just have no margin for error? It's got to be so taxing.
Mentally, physically, I don't know how they're still coming back in. Their heads held high, still in the fight. This round, only a sheriff so far for Scuba. So for Fnatic, an opportunity to get that 6th comfortably. With no mistakes.
Coming towards some of these ultimates for Fnatic. Obviously did see Crashies invest in the Hunter's Fury previously. LG happy to go toe-to-toe once more outside A. Yeah, with Kayak and Chronicle making good progress is certainly where Fnatic's game plan will drift.
And I was interested to see how much they might try and dig Alpha out of that position. I think Boaster might have a good idea of what's going on here. No! I thought Boaster knew! Marder's in their damn spawn! He's got a rifle! This can't be it. This can't be it. Keep the comms clean. Keep calm under pressure. NRG! There's no way this is the round! Marder! Like a dagger in the back! And now it's all possible. Alpha, Crashies, Kron have to lock the hell in, Mike. This could be a disaster in the making. There's no falling back. They have to fight forward.
Absolutely do. Forced into
Kasih tu nyatanya.
waiting arms of NRG here. Marder still controlling so much in terms of pressure here. Fnatic are just huddled back. They have to be gifted a kill in this scenario to flip it.
They look dazed. They look stunned. Unsure of what just occurred. But with 28 seconds, you have to make your minds up. And it looks like it will end on a Brook willing, standing tall. Can he stand? God, he can! Drops the body, and Fnatic falling like flies. Marder investing the ult. He knows what's coming their way now. 10 more seconds. I can't believe what we've seen. It's unbelievable. NRG doubted but never defeated. Facing the giants of Fnatic and becoming legendary.
Anjing stratnya, Cok. Si booster nggak? Ingin kurang dekat, Cok. Ya, TP nggak kedengaran, nggak kelihatan.
From NRG today. I mean, overall across this series, playing from so many disadvantages. Even, I mean, the final round being the nail in the coffin. Marder able to really take this one away from Fnatic, but Scuba as well.
Absolutely.
What an upswing for that individual.
That was an unbelievable performance from them.
Besok jumpa.
And for Fnatic, all those doubts and fears will be reappearing. Not out of it yet, but the road gets infinitely harder.
Yeah, certainly a reality check for Fnatic. Again, doubt that they've come into this underestimating NRG, but
harusnya lawan Prx, harusnya.
off guard by their performance here.
God, have they elevated, Mike. This team, NRG. I mean, how can you not love an underdog story? Ethan, chasing that feeling of before. He knows what it's like to be in those finals.
Looking for his next fix in terms of rewriting history with another roster at Champions.
People would spend a lifetime chasing that, and now he has a chance to do it again. You can see it here. They looked comfortable in this arena, Mike. That is a rare accolade.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, squashing a lot of the questions that you would have for this roster coming into this arena versus a team like Fnatic, by the way. Do not forget,
we're in Paris here. Not necessarily hometown team, but certainly region-wise. The crowd was a little louder on one side. Well, they faced that no problem. So we are going to send it over to delightful Lou down on the stage for the Verizon post-match interview.
et Nrg. Créer la surprise, ils seront en grande finale des Champions Paris. Nrg takes down the favorite Fnatic, and I'm gonna have to bother you, Mada. I think some of your teammates are also getting signs, of course, so let's hop by for a quick interview. First of all, congratulations. I don't know what to say. You guys have been insane today. The first question I wanted to ask you is whether you're having, one of these games, like flow state, 30+ kills and stuff, or you're having more of a normal games with struggle, yet you still bring the same amount of energy, the same amount of, tension in the comms and stuff. So how do you do it? Because it's very rare to see duelists, dissociate both.
I think that I believe that we're the best team in the tournament. So as long as I do my job every round, it doesn't matter if I have 0 kills. If my teammates are getting trades, then we're winning every round.
That's an insane mentality. Donc première question, c'est rare de voir un dueliste qui dissocie sa performance individuelle du jeu d'équipe. Donc c'est quoi son secret pour amener toujours cette même énergie? Et tout simplement, je pense qu'on est la meilleure équipe du tournoi, et donc ça change rien que je fasse 0 kills ou que j'en fasse 30, tant qu'on arrive à faire des kills. Am I posing with you on this one? Second question, I really want to ask you this one. If someone had told you at the beginning of the year that you would be playing grand finals at Champs Paris, that you could have been maybe, you could be one of the MVPs of the tournament, what would you have told them back then, and how does it feel?
I mean, I wouldn't believe it, to be honest. I feel like we started the year in such a bad position, and now we're here, so it's very nice to see.
How did you keep the trust throughout the process?
Just constant belief in myself, in Bonkar, and the rest of the team. I knew we were going to be good.
J'ai continué de croire, du coup, pour la question. Si on t'avait dit en début d'année que tu serais là, que tu jouerais la grande finale des Champions Paris, qu'est-ce que tu aurais dit? J'aurais cru, en vrai, parce que j'ai confiance en moi, en ma team. J'ai confiance en mon coach, notamment Bonkar aussi. Et donc, j'étais pas étonnée que ça fonctionne. And, okay, let me wait, hold on still for one more question, Mada, sorry. Mada, you're going to have to face a team in grand finals. It will be either Drx, PaperX, or Fnatic. Who do you think you will meet in grand finals?
PaperX.
Why?
I want to beat all the best teams, and I think that's probably the best team in the lower bracket.
PaperX is the best team in the lower bracket. Thank you so much, Mada. I'll let you back to signing, of course. Donc, quelle équipe est-ce que tu penses que tu affronteras en grande finale? PaperX, c'est la meilleure équipe, à part nous en loser bracket. Donc, j'ai très envie de les affronter et de les battre. That's it for the Nrg Fnatic match. But we're going to have a banger in loser bracket in a few minutes. Drx are facing PaperX. You do not want to miss this. Stay with us.
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Let's go.
Welcome back, everyone, to Champions Paris and our lower bracket semifinal between Paperx and Drx. Of course, your boy GB here alongside the legends Kakuka and Mimi as we get ready for another clash. But real quick, before we move forward, can we just talk about what we just saw? An absolute dominating performance, Mimi, from NRG.
That second map just looked so perfect. Their executes with the Harbor were on point. They looked so confident on that stage. And now NRG, which I don't think anyone could have seen coming, the first team in the grand finals. They'll have that double ban advantage and a day off to prep for their chance to lift a trophy.
And not only that, they could do it flawlessly without losing a single match. And
Wild.
what a way to close a map with that low buy, with Mata going in aggressive, getting the just
that low buy was like a no buy.
Yeah, no buy, causing so much disruption. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Props to them.
Well, wild stuff. Congratulations to NRG. We'll see them in the finals. But for now, let's turn our attention to the lower bracket of our competition because we have a Pacific Throwdown. These are two teams who have met each other time and time again in the past. But Bea, this time it's definitely going to be a tough one because you have a Drx squad that has been ramping up at the perfect time, similar to NRG. And then you have a Paperx team that really felt that taste of defeat. So both teams struggling, but at the same time also finding success in different ways.
Of course, this is an encounter that we have seen many, many times, but the context that you're given, Alex, is so important because for Paperx, after winning Toronto, going back onto the region, being also very dominant over there, to come into this tournament and find that the regional rivals are bringing in such a strong plan that is cutting up as a surprise for many other teams that had made it this far into the competition. Now everything is on the line between these two, Mimi.
Paperx already had their bounce back with winning that trophy in Toronto after having a tough start to the year. And you can see how they've been doing at this tournament thus far. It has been really good to this point, but losing out to Fnatic, going down to that lower bracket, and then in a game that was so close to begin with, but then a third map where they absolutely blow Heretics out and keep the train rolling through the lowers.
Yeah, incredible stuff really that we've been seeing from Paperx. This is a team that is looking to go back-to-back for lifting a trophy, Bea. There is a chance that they could very well do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you have to add revenge onto that because if they are to win today, tomorrow they will have to play against Fnatic.
Oh,
yes, of course, they did win in the final, but Fnatic did send them to this lower bracket. But it's good to see that, good and bad to see that we keep getting this Paperx. So many times the mistakes are there, but that never gets into their head. You can see the most outrageous round coming from them in the worst sense. And then the next round as if nothing happened.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams have had that real moment of like refining themselves at the highest level. For Paperx, of course, that's getting the win, that's getting back here with such high expectations. But for Drx, that's having their crazy lows of watching another team be the first Korean squad to lift a trophy in Gen G after they had always been the best. But now they've made their own investment in young players and found their own meta read, but are facing up against the team who has had like the most consistent read for so long. That has always been Paperx and has always been competing for this level of placement.
Oh yeah, when you think about this Paperx roster and the individuals that are on it and who've been on it for a hot minute, there's one individual in particular that always sticks out top of mind for me, and that is the one and only Devi. That man on your screen right there. We had an opportunity to catch up with him earlier on today.
We've got a massive game ahead of us, and I've got Paperx's Devi joining me. Now, you guys did manage to bounce back, so I wanted to ask you, when it comes to your mentality, who's the emotional leader, who keeps the squad together and make sure that, you know, you can keep going forward?
I guess it's all of us, but also the one that talks the most, probably Duke. Since he's our performance coach, he will remind us, like, you know, things happen and try to reset and get a lot of rest. And also I think everyone's kind of knows since this is not our first time coming to the event, and I think the experience comes in play. So yeah, I mean, it's not the first time, right? So yeah.
We've seen you in these positions before, so good luck, Devi. I hope you win today.
Now, of course, Devi there, a veteran who's been with this team for so long. But on the other side, Mimi, he's going up against a rookie in Freeing, and Freeing had an incredible performance in their last matchup. So you're really seeing a clash of just two generations facing off against one another.
Yeah, but you can also say the exact same thing against Devi. He was instrumental in so many of those rounds to push his team over the line. Devi has really come into his own, I feel like. I love when he gets to play the Vs, which he's doing a lot lot more of these days. I think he's so good in that anchor role, so confident in the late rounds, in the clutches. But you look over at Freeing and you can say a lot of the same positive things. And for him, he hasn't really been on stages this big. It's still all new to him, but he's showing up and rising to that occasion regardless.
For the Vi, many times you can say that for him it's just another day in the office. He feels so comfortable. In many of the rounds, in the last 2 matches that we've seen, he literally puts the team on his back and carries a lot of those rounds. I feel like he's never nervous. He's always playing in that sentinel position, and I think he's absolutely,
He's always chill. He's
Lama
always
banget,
calm.
Cok, 7 menit
always chill.
anjing.
He's always chill. But for the side of Freeing, I think that he's
7
been
menit,
an
Cok.
incredible strongholder in many of the
7
sides
menit,
that were
Cok.
very, very compromised. When DRX, and we were speaking about that style,
Ku merasakan apa yang ku rasakan. Apa nih anjing? Karnaval Han. Ini baru lihat, Cok. Karnaval tadi mana? Karnaval Han. Ada dia anjing, hilang Cok live-nya. Oh ini. Apa nih? Tanpa ragu. Jadi itu. Facecam. Facecam mereka.
see Forsaken in those situations where he's going to just push the moment that an aggression comes onto them when they're on the defense. And Mako will be most likely playing on side because he defends them very, very well.
I can. My
I
shirt's
want
too
to
tight.
see how much they can cut off guard their opponents.
Yeah,
oh my God, there's so many waters here, and I don't know which one's
of ideas, of style. Now, if you're new to watching Valorant, well, we can tell you that back in 2022, Drx was the talk of the town. Everyone loved them. Everyone wanted to see them climb to the highest of highs. But since that great run that they had in 2022, when they were able to really push forward and go deep into these tournaments, they haven't really been able, Mimi, to recreate that magic until.
And again, a moment that feels so far coming from the pedigree that Drx brings into Valorant. But this is a very different team. This is a team who now is one of the ones defining the style. They're bringing this Mosquito comp, which looks so good. They're bringing players who are stepping up in a way that isn't just that same static, consistent roster we knew for so long.
And most importantly, having a very good meta read into playing into their own strengths, something that some teams might try and replicate, and actually making it work deeper into the tournament. You can have something that's going to be a surprise for like day 1, day 2, maybe gets you out of groups. But if it's taking you this far, there's more depth to it than just that.
Yeah. And I think Drx really benefits from having those few days off. When you look at them, we always know them as like the group stage warriors. They come in with a read, with prep. They always make it out of groups cleanly. I honestly think going into a big playoffs after the break like this is a very similar setup, right? You have time to prep. You know your opponent. You can look into the map pool a lot ahead of time. Before, they came in doubling down on this Mosquito comp. They had great prep, and it looked amazing. I'm excited to see how they continue to iterate that now into this next stage of a tournament where they've had that gap.
Yeah, well, let's actually get some words from one of the members of Drx, of course, the veteran, the man himself, Mako. Yintu had an opportunity to catch up with him.
I've got Mako here from Drx with me and Bella to do some translations. Now, Mako, this is the 11th time we see Drx versus PaperX. You've been a part of all of them. So in your opinion, what makes this one special?
사실 지긋지긋할 정도로 너무 많이 만났는데 사실 이번 파리뿐만 아니라 뭐 여러 곳에서도 많이 만났었고 지금 11번째 만남인데 저한테 특별한 건 그냥 높은 무대에 항상 PRX와 함께 할 수 있어가지고 좀 더 기쁜 것 같습니다.
I mean, you know, I'm sick of meeting these boys. We meet once again and again, and this is our 11th time meeting. But what makes it special is that this is the biggest event, the biggest stage that we can meet them. So I'm just happy to play it against them.
Thank you very much, Bella, and good luck, Mako.
I genuinely love how he's just stoic, chill, and yet he's just like, I'm so tired of these guys. I don't want to see them anymore. It's just so Mako. But we do have our picks and bans real fast. So let's go ahead and jump over to that and see where we're playing for the series.
Okay, PaperX, you dropped later than Drx, so you'll be higher seed. Team A or Team B? Team B?
Oh, okay, sorry, Team B.
Yeah, good. So Drx, you will be A, and your first ban.
Fan Sunset.
Sunset, your ban?
Abyss.
Abyss, and map 1 from Drx.
Pick Ascent.
Ascent, side on Ascent.
Defense.
Defense, map 2.
Lotus. Big Lotus.
Lotus, side on Lotus.
Attack.
Attack. Next ban, starting with Drx, you have Bind, Corrode, and Haven.
Ban Bind.
Ban Bind. Your ban, you have Corrode and Haven.
We ban Haven.
Ban Haven, map 3, Corrode, side on Corrode.
Defense.
Defense. Okay, first ban, Sunset Abyss, map 1 Ascent, PRX Defense, map 2 Lotus, DRX Attack. Next ban's Bind Haven, map 3 Corrode, DRX Defense.
Okay.
All right, good luck, guys.
Good luck.
All right, so there you have Ascent, Lotus, and if necessary, we'll be taking a trip to a Corrode. Mimi, what you make of the series layout?
I think the biggest thing I'm noting is that both these teams are able to ban a map that is, like, in my opinion, probably the strongest for their opponent, getting rid of that Sunset and the Abyss respectively. And that means we end up with a pool that I do feel like is really even, and will also highlight some of the big differences in how these teams play, especially with map 1, Ascent going to that double duelist versus the Sage comp. I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, and also the second map, Lotus, I feel like, I'm going to say actually pretty convinced 95% that every single time that these two teams meet, if Lotus is in the map pool, is going to be there. For PaperX, it's a comfort. So this is 1000% something that they could expect.
But that map pool is all the more important when you look at such a familiar opponent. Mako said it. The 11th time in VCT that these two teams have faced off. Both of them have made changes, but for the guys who have been there for every single game, Mako especially, you have so many memories of winning against this team, of losing against this team. For DRX, it's been a lot of losing. But now this is the biggest match, the biggest time that they have ever met, with elimination on the line, a chance to go to the top 3. This is a completely different game than the first 10 times.
Yeah, and many times I think that we can say that for PaperX, they are the favorites to win just based on history. For DRX, they can still continue to be that surprise. So the pressure is going to be on the purple side today.
DRX was the 4th seed from Pacific. PaperX was the team who was supposed to win this event and go back-to-back. But GB, DRX have a chance to knock them out in 4th place and stay alive.
What a wild turn of events that would be, but this is it, folks. Our lower bracket match is about to begin. It's a Pacific throwdown, so let's go ahead and bring out your two teams. Here's DRX and PaperX.
Their chance to go just a bit further, to completely break down those expectations yet again.
Eyes on Humane on Flashback. If we speak about the Mosquito, we've spoken about the results, how they top in stats in so many regards. We
doesn't work without them.
Yeah, it absolutely doesn't. We talked about the map veto. Ascent is going to be the first one. To me, I want to, every single time that we see PaperX on Ascent, I look at Jing. I think that to me is a very good way of measuring what PaperX we're going to be getting in the day. With him not being on the duelist, being on the Sage, because at least personally, when I think PaperX and Sage, I just think of the vibe.
Yeah. I do think that this first map is a must-win for DRX. If they're going down,
Heran,
won the
Jay.
series, then they have to play Lotus, where their opponent is so good, where they're on a 4-game loss streak, including losing it 3 times here. Not to say that I think they're particularly horrible at the map. They've played close games in most of those, but I just don't think they have it figured out to the same level of their other maps, and it's so damn good for PaperX.
Yes, but for Drx, the last 2 matches started with them losing map 1, was us thinking, oh, this is the end of the Mosquito Comp. Somebody has figured it out. They know how to just retake onto it, just let them do whatever they want to do. And
Gonna leave Freeing on a bit of an island here as he tries to flush this. Dior outspots the shoulder, finds a headshot, does eat damage on this point, but already PaperX getting their players position well as Patman.
Check. Hello.
Mako Hyunmin gonna be taking down
Masih
Freeing
drop.
now
Hello.
in mid. That just leaves Bane 70 HP.
Check.
Frantically trying to find a shot.
Cek 1 2 3 cek. Apakah
To no avail. Jing will
apakah
collect
sudah
the
aman?
3K and PaperX get the opening.
Nice.
Yeah, a big win here, but it's all on the back of the initial
Harusnya udah aman
strategy
sih.
plus the mid-rounding from PaperX, something that they have improved
sini.
upon mightily,
Aman aja.
and I'm sure a lot of fingers would be pointing towards Mini in that regard, the way that they're able to slow down their play, the way that they're able to make these good rotations. You know, the trap plays have always been there.
Ayo, Perek.
Front, shutting down those duelists on the
Ayo,
entry.
Perek.
So
Menang,
much
Perek.
flashing and stalling with this comp that PaperX runs.
Aku
Playing around that is something
rela-rela
I've been wanting to
menonton
see
Mini
more
Perek.
from this team
Let's
on
go,
this map.
Perek.
You have so much utility on this defensive side to make life awful for the attackers.
Quick TP into Wine. Forward face into A main here. Gate crash going forward. That'll just get cleared out. For now, PaperX very much having the upper hand. It's just going to be Freeing. Set back over towards B main. Full classics, of course, here for Drx. So see what kind of damage they're going to be able to deal.
Yeah, you got to be wary of Mako in that smoke. You don't want to give him a freebie with the classic there. Jing throws out the slow orb. Just trying to delay beta response. Get some kind of info, but Drx playing it close to the vest.
Ball now at the ready. It's just going to be timing util across the board here for the side of PaperX to keep things slowed down. Now the face in. Jing able to find himself a 4th. Cleans up 1, steadies the spray, finds flashback.
Nice.
It's going to be another
Ace.
3K, potentially more.
Ace.
As something swings around through Gelato, freeing a world away. It's a very easy kill, and it's looking like a flawless round. Just freeing. Best he can really muster is going to be a collection on the orb. He does need to die.
He does.
30 seconds left.
All comes up. PaperX now pretty well aware of where he is going to be. Looks like he's going to try to hand this one over to something. Marshall here around the corner has the shot. Flawless fashion. It's a 2-0 start for PaperX.
And again, I like the patience.
Ragu-ragu udah kayak Jason nggak sih?
They're not overcommitting to that angle.
Gila aja nih belum nih.
Do you think of PaperX a year ago, 2 years ago, Jing and Forsaken are just rushing onto this A main position? Instead, they're playing smart. They're using that wall to set up a high-low. You know, Forsaken could even TP up on top of that wall, right, to add an extra layer to it. They have the smoke there that he can duck into to avoid the recon. There's a lot of really nice layers to that play from Jing and Forsaken. And if you can get the battlesage going here for PaperX on this map, that is scary.
Upgrade now here to the Outlaw. Only one player with half armor on the side of Drx. It's going to be flashbacks. We'll see if something is going to be able to get him in his sights. A little bit of taps there through the smoke. Mako unable to find a connection. Ups the back away. This time, though, Drx fully investigating mid.
And quite a big change up in the Vice utility here. They're really spreading it across the map from Divide. He's got the wall in mid.
Ooh, wide swing coming
Ding,
through.
ada apa? Bisa di-pipe, bisa di-pipe.
Answer one of his zone is shot disconnect there on the Hyunmin, puts him down to 10, and already that res available, but Jing does end up getting trade off the back of it. Maintains a 4v4, but damage dealt to a lot of players on the side of the RX.
Patman, nice Patman. Let's go Patman. Patman.
Oh, Patman looking sharp to start. Hit some nice ones there.
Widely leaves just Mako as that Arc Rose flash goes through. They confirm presence here on the site. He's trying to swing in. Saturate, trying to get that one around the corner. Rebounds off the wall. Does manage to get a minor connection, but
Kayak dia orang
very
pakai
much
topi
held at
gecko
bay. The
anjing.
spike is still stranded in mid. Drx. Like they're going to be in an unwinnable position, especially as Mako gets ready to swing this. A high-low setup with another player around the corner.
Tentara guku low becok. Sumpah anjing 10 darahnya bejir.
Tuck away here in hell and hold on to this Vandal, but there's still 20 seconds.
Yeah, you would expect PaperX to go on the hunt,
Merasakan
considering it is their
apa
bonus.
yang
For sure
kurasakan
going to be looking for
tanpa
this.
ragu ku
Already spamming
bilang
down in there. Oh
kamu
my
yang
God,
paling
those are so close.
Oh, And there you have it. Spray just a bit off, something able to find it with the classic, and that's going to be the bonus conversion now coming through here for Prx once again. A very steady round.
I can't stress how impactful of a start this is for Prx, because if you think about this map, they've had shaky defenses throughout this Champions. Prx just hasn't really been able to find that consistency. They're often finding themselves in large deficits to start their defender side, and they have to claw back into those 5-7, 7-5 halves. And on the other side of the coin, Drx is generally very, very good on the attack on this map. And so all of these things coming into play are extremely concerning for the Drx players. They need to get something going here. Maybe not in this round, but for sure in the next.
Still a decent investment compared to what we're used to seeing from Drx. 3 stingers and some sheriffs, and well, there goes one of them. Ring shut down. Jing instant with the headshot. You've got flashback just here on the other side of that wall, but Jing having dropped off here into the corner, means that he is just not really going to be punishable from this position at all, and that wall is still going to be standing for quite some time. Flashback's just praying for a pixel out of place, but he's just not going to be given one.
They're just going to wait this out, just trying to eat as much time as they can. But that drone, oh, doesn't get the spot.
Oh, well, there's the jump, but it's still going to be only minor damage taken again. The weaponry just not going to be strong enough. Wall now getting ready to fall. Has a clone there to try to body block, but Jing still will be able to find that headshot. Bane peeling back a kill as Divide gets the drop over the ghost. And that's going to be the
Orlo lah better nggak sih? Orlo bro.
Still standing for Prx.
Yeah, I mean, the economy is going to be out of control for Prx, and they are looking so solid in their protocols. And you have to like the way that Jing is finding these timings with the Sage wall and is getting tons of value out of it. He's 9-1 now, and he's playing so confidently, so smart there. Even with the clone in his face, he's able to react in time to take Flashback down. A nice cheeky play from Flashback, but it's dealt with properly. And that's huge. That is frankly something that when I was watching the VODs, you know, when we were getting ready to come here to Paris, was the fact that you have these 2 walls in this comp, and I didn't like the way that Prx wasn't necessarily always getting value out of them. They were often just throwing them down in the early part of the round and then, you know, trying to place a mid-round after that, and they still often were getting the misreads. They weren't quite finding the success in that mid-rounding style. So now you're just being a little bit more patient. Jing looking for his moments and has been really on point so far, to say the least.
No, he very much has. I mean, he's 9-1 here at the moment. Remember that Drx is going to certainly dialing if this timeout is not able to find a conversion off the back of it. So that's a big improvement compared to the last outing here for Prx, where Jing certainly had his absences.
Yep. I think of the 3 agents that we mainly see Jing play these days, the Sage is the one that concerns me the most at times. I think it works really well on this comp, potentially, again, but it hadn't come to fruition until today, until now, at least so far. We'll see if they can, you know, continue this run throughout the rest of the half, but this round, absolutely a must-win.
This time, going for the rush play here. Pushes forward, there's a big reveal, but it's going to be a quick escape from Flashback. Does manage to avoid catastrophe, still eats a bit of damage on the exit.
And that's okay. You can do that now because you've been conditioning them that you're going to be slower off the start. Something with that judge trying to tuck into the corner.
Okay, Kevin does manage to find that one. Perhaps missed the timing as Flashback was sprinting through that smoke. And then also able to find and kills Kevin, taking down the off here from Divide. Now ringing out, now being known. Flashback is deep here in the site. Forsaken has no read of that whatsoever. Losing a backstab. They've got 2 players. Plenty of cash, but with an operator to try to retake a site versus 4. You know that you dealt damage. Question is, do you actually
Biar nggak delay.
try to commit in for this?
You could maybe throw Jing at it and just see if he could find anything.
It's Jing, the first one to start backing away, so the call to save has been made. Drx, 1 player sacrifice, will be able to get themselves on the board here. Just a quick pacey hit, a trap play. Doesn't really get sprung by Prx on the opposite side of the map. They managed to execute well on the B.
And it's just Drx going back to what makes them so successful, right? Like I said earlier, I think the name stands for does ridiculous executes. And just right there, you're seeing why, right? Like they're so good in those set plays. But they're going to need more than just that, I would suspect, potentially. But I think I'd keep dipping into that well until Prx proves that they can stop it. That right there, really good stuff. Getting Flashback in there, not having to worry about something because Flashback throws his ult through, you know, Forsaken just not really registering that maybe the dimensional drift had ended there.
No, you big head.
You have a big head?
I believe that's what he said.
Okay, maybe it means like big brain.
Yeah, could be.
Or maybe he's just insulting his players. Not sure. Either way, onward we go. DRX is going to be able to get some back-to-backs here. Obviously, the money. It's going to take a lot of consecutive round wins for DRX to break the bank of Paper X at this point.
Giving yourself good opportunity here in this round with the ult cycles as well. Bane one away, Hyunmin one away from their big game changers. See if they can get those orbs scooped up and get cycled into it. Actually going to give it to Freeing, puts his one away as well from a Steel Garden. Batman looking to find some damage somewhere. Forsaken got lit up a bit off screen.
Not fully sure how. Maybe just standing forward into the smoke. A bit of spray from Mako's Phantom, perhaps. Does allow for something to get posted up on this angle, and there's the heal coming through, and there's the peak. As Mako does go down.
Oh, that's brutal. That's your smoke's gone for this round.
Smoke's gone. Speaking of which, the one's dissipating here in front of B main. All set up as well from Jing to try to delay, and Freeing has to check every single angle to make sure that there's no one posted up on top of this. But now Jing swings back around, scales forward instantly over towards bench. He's getting a lot of map control, getting a lot of information. That's why you see the rotation starting to come through for Paper X. Now the swoop in, and the
Giờ Jing chọn battlesage anjay.
This is absolutely gorgeous from Jing.
Battlesage.
Completely dismantles them. He finds himself now 11-1, potentially looking for that 12th kill here, and he will find it. It's going to be another 3K, a flawless Paper X up 5-1.
You gotta love the timing here that Jing is taking. It almost doesn't work out. DRX kind of gets a sense of it, but he just wins out the fight. He's just too good right now. Hyunmin there, just able to duck the collat. Jing stops him in his tracks as he's trying to rotate over. And I like this aggression. Again, different looks. Every round has been something quite different from Jing in his positioning, in the way that he's delaying with his wall. In this case, looking for the lurk late round. All these little things that we're seeing added into his game today are why he is lighting up the scoreboard.
He was watching that previous game, clearly. Saw Scuba going crazy on Abyss. Well, yeah, I could do that. Absolutely incredible from him. He's already one charge away from his second res of the half here at round 7.
Trigger itu.
Absolutely bananas. Trying to test that A site pressure. Wall at the front. A lot of the Vice util in tree. So this is going to be a little bit tricky potentially for DRX. There's a lot of stall ability here. See if they can hold on.
Fury looking for the opener, but Forsaken able to snipe Hyunmin out of the sky. Quick escape there on the TP. Flashback pushing forward at trees, able to find one, but Forsaken comes up with a third. Mako able to find one there with that Sheriff. Recovers a weapon, has to go for the reload, but Jing is on the approach and he's got the timing. The kill is his. The lead continues to get stretched for Paper X.
They're just fearless today. And the timings here are so precise. Nice little flick up, a dodge out of the Hunter's Fury and the trailing Hyunmin for Forsaken, and he doubles down. Gets a 3K to boot. Absolutely just fearless are these Paper X players. And they are starting to run away with things here. DRX has enough for this buy. If they lose this one, they're going to be back onto an eco. Need to find a way to get value out of these ultimates. You've got some big ones. You've got that Convergent Paths. You've got the Steel Garden. Should be a very winnable round if you can get some value out of those. Something, though, so far forward.
He's tucked in here. Hyunmin able to find one. Forsaken going to be dead over at main. Spot out the kill. Something gets out scot-free, gets the trade. That's Freeing down. No more Steel Garden to be concerned about. Jing just trying to set the wall. Will be able to do so. Back pedals, gets the heals going through. Hyunmin at the same time. Going for the entry, swings back Jen. Caught with a flash. Held up here for the moment. Just has to try to clear that clone. Site is going to be taken, but DRX trying to go for this plant, but something now disrupting. Sprinting at them here with the Dimensional Drift in play. It's his exit over towards A main. That's exactly where Flashback's exit is set up, and now Mako's going to be dead. The spike is not even planted yet.
Cok. Prx on fire bet, Cok. Gila, Cok nih.
To try to do it all, but he can only find the one. Patman will get them over the line. DRX continue to be in dire straits.
It's just classic Paper X right here. wanting to get aggro as you're trying to get into your plant. Just getting ahead of the curve. This is something they do so well, and it's all because something is able to get his ult going, and he's able to use it so effectively, create that extra angle that Drx has to worry about from main as well. And just ruins the plant attempt before it can even be started. And it's going to have to be,
I was wondering, starting to hit that point where it feels like that second timeout is absolutely necessary.
14-2.
Will be committed here to just try to rescue as much as they can here in this opening half. This double duelist is not finding the value that it's used to seeing here.
Absolutely correct. And, you know, the PaperX players just, you know, have talked to me about how they were a little nervous going up against this comp because of just how chaotic it can be, how crazy it can be. Obviously, PaperX, a team known to enjoy the chaos a bit, but even, you know, with kind of Drx coming into this tournament with an idea to sort of almost take a page out of PaperX book in some manners, that they're able to hang on no problem so far. They're looking really in control of this. They're the ones setting the tempo. They're the ones setting the pace. And again, it all started with Jing, and now you're just getting really good mid-rounds, really good reads, shutting down every execute so well. You know, whether it be the Vice util, the Sage util, you're getting some really nice flashes. All of those things coming together here for PaperX, and it's all about the timing and the calling and the confidence.
Well, back into the fray. Final timeout call here from Drx, barring an OT, has been committed and burned. They are staring down the barrel of a multitude of ultimates as well as being on an eco.
Time to jump. Let's see if they want to.
Garden itself, maybe not going to find the most value. Will get the Stingers out of hand, at least for now. It's just going to be Hunman quickly refracting back out towards safety. This execute here from Drx has very much been slowed up. Goodbye. Getting caught there with Ching, finding a hell of a shot on a flashback as they say we don't need the guns. Take them away if you want. We will take your life.
Apa itu, Jok? Sheriff
Ching
anjing.
gets himself another 3K with Sheriff in hand. And Drx
Wah, kenapa itu? Terus peluru ah?
buy around.
That is absolutely backbreaking. I mean, when you commit the Steel Garden, the Sheriffs are there in the back pocket. The PaperX, fearsome Jing just dialed in today. Another 3K. What is that, 4 or 5?
It's a lot. It is a lot. You see the coach camera, Alex is popping off.
Wait,
with
what world is this?
positivity.
Have I changed dimensions?
It's absolutely insane. He's got 17 kills with 9 rounds played.
Unbelievable. Well, Flashback has his ult. Still sitting on a res as Jing just hasn't needed to use it. Patman has the Hunter's Fury as well. So my goodness, Drx got to dig deep here, find some way. Use this dimensional drift to get a good read, get a good execute. See if you can get around some of this oppressive Sentinel util. Jing again up on the wall, but taking a really tight angle here. Expecting that maybe somebody would be trying to play through that smoke. Maybe Mako is going to get aggressive in that position. TP coming his way. Jing going to back off for now. 3-man stack heading over towards A. This looks to be right here, kind of the landing zone here, but there hasn't been much contact on the map for either side, so kind of playing a guessing game. Our PaperX trying to figure out exactly how they want to maneuver themselves. They've maybe guessed wrong, and it's a TP over to try to disguise this dimensional drift.
Spot on the one. Not sure if he actually did see Jing there. Paranoia was sent out behind this, but Flashback is going to make an exit here into hell on the A site, otherwise unoccupied here by PaperX. We'll have to start looking for a retake. Something going to be wary about this potential flank coming through. Will not read it quite well as late shocked her from Patman. Is able to find Mako. Must have sent that one out before the Hunter's Fury had been committed. Either way, lands, finds a kill, keeps it into a 4v4. Gunman trying to hold the door. Wide swing up and freeing the covering fire. Out from Cat, able to find 2. Drx seems like at long last they're going to be able to find themselves a second round win. Patman still with potential to be able to do some damage here. Operator has been collected as well. Get a kill? The answer is going to be no. Damn near flawless, just the shotgun on the mock.
Setiap time out anjing.
Will finally be able to double up.
Yeah, and, you know, showing just how valuable that Yoru ult is. Getting that great info. They can open up the A site, get that plant down, get into that post-plant scenario. Much tougher for Prx to deal with that. A great crossfire setup at Tree because of Freeing. Finding the timing on the backstab to something. Finally able to kind of win out. One of those scenarios that comes down to just who's going to get the read on who. Flashback going to have an op coming into this round as well. Drx, 2 more to go in this half. Let's see if they can make it an 8-4. End on the right foot. Some pressure from Freeing, but something's challenging with this op. That gets rid of the wall, though.
Freeing had considered, I think, a swing to clear the drone, but wisely tucks away. Avoids this operator here. Here's that jump forward, and he has to know who's going to be on the other side of that corner. Stays tucked here for the moment. Drx, though, not really scaling forward. Flashback just now beginning to take some space into mid, but they've widely been contained by this one-way smoke in A main.
Yeah, they're just being really slow. Really trying to work out if there's going to be any lurks, any attempted kind of pressure on the map from Prx. I just seen the jump spot there from Devi. Wall up for Jing. This also seems to be part of the game for them. Waiting this Sage wall out. They don't want to give that extra info over intentionally, at least so far.
It's a late placement, though. They're going to have to clear this.
Yep.
Something once again on the hunt.
Go to
Pushing
TP, man.
forward, and it looks like Freeing might just be falling into the trap, and he has. Patience, a virtue here for something. Ward without the kill. We'll see segments need to be broken down, but they just don't have great weaponry for it. Bane could use the Phantom, but I think he wants to try to save that precious ammo. Thorns now set up to try to slow them up.
Cooldown banget sih
faces
anjing.
forward, looking, finding a good amount of damage there. On to Bane, gets the finishing shot. Now the time starting to get away from him here is Jing. Take out one, but trade there on the Devi, but Jing still set into the corner. He's absolutely indomitable in this map. 20 kills. As Prx lock up a 9-2 half.
And it's another 3K.
10 seconds left.
This is maybe the best half of Valorant I've ever seen from Jing, and we've seen some damn good ones. But what a moment to step up. A lot of questions sometimes when he's not on that raise, and he's answering them in a big way.
24-1 is absolutely ridiculous, and he's had this res for the longest time, just hasn't really had a need to use it.
No.
Maybe in the previous you could argue, but so quickly we're Prx overwhelmed. Now they're looking to go ahead and get themselves a 10-2 half. Drx at this point going to be praying for a 9-3, but that's a very good shot from Freeing. Dodges the up shot and responds in con. Convergent path's now going to be sent out over towards the A site. Forsaken, however, not going to be caught by this up at heaven. Paranoia. Okay. Is able to go ahead and jump away, but Patman now going to be taking down flashback trade and Devi able to find that kill. Push from Jing, getting ready to come through. Might be able to find a catch, but no, it's just going to be the res. He gets something back into the fight, brings it now into a 4v4. Spring shows that he is still present on this side of the map.
Cool.
That flash does not connect. He's backpedaling away. These two players, though, a world apart. That still plays well. Drx trying to defend the site, but Freeing does get caught. Timing from Mako, found on the Jing. TP forward across. Forsaken gets himself situated here at A main, but Kevin very quick to adjust. Finds the shutdown and gets himself a 3K of his own. Drx will rescue a third round.
But just a dominant half from Prx.
Don't choke,
really
okay? Don't choke.
Found good tweaks on this defender's side
funny,
to get
don't
themselves well situated to take their opponent's map pick away from them.
Drx going to need to come out swinging. None of these round wins have been consecutive. They've all been spread out. They've all been very labored. They need to have a stronger start if they want to try to run this one back. Otherwise, try to get a ton on Lotus, and that is a scary prospect for them. Let's go ahead, though, as we go into the halftime break. Send it over to Lou, who's hanging by in one of our various watch party booths.
What a pleasure for me to be joined by Whipper French, Drx, big fan and of course co-streamer. Whipper, mon frère, tu le sais, Renaud, je suis trop contente de t'avoir ici au Champions. On va se poser quelques petites questions. And we have Zerator right behind us. So first of all, where did that passion for Drx started from? We know you've been following them since 2021. So why this team and not another? And why are you still rooting for them even when they're struggling like on a scène? Donc pourquoi cette passion pour Drx depuis 2021? Et pourquoi tu continues de les suivre même quand c'est un peu galère?
Bah, y a ni plus ni moins mon joueur préféré, Mako, qui joue dans l'équipe. J'adore son style de jeu, je m'y reconnais énormément. Et pourquoi ils vont en venir? Bah, parce qu'ils sont arrivés avec un plan dans cette Champions. La Waylay, le Yoru, ça marche, ça a fait ses preuves et ils peuvent encore revenir.
So why do I still believing in them here at Champs? Because they came with a plan, the Yoru Waylay, it's gonna work whether it's on this map or not. And I've been following Mako, he's my favorite player since 2021. So that's why I'm rooting for them nonetheless. And you have a beautiful community that has been following you for years now. But if you have to give, you know, our viewers 2 good reasons to join the Vct community, what would it be? Donc big shout out à la communauté des Vct évidemment, mais si tu devais l'élargir et donner 2 raisons de les rejoindre, ça serait quoi?
Les courses de billes pour commencer. Et en vrai, je suis là tout le temps pour toutes les ligues, tous les niveaux, Game Changers, Challengers, VCT, je suis là à chaque fois. Donc je suis un rendez-vous sur lequel on peut compter, je pense. Voilà.
Notre rendez-vous de watch party préféré, of course. So yeah, I'm doing all watch parties, Game Changers, you know, Challengers, every league. So if you're just an esports fan of Valorant, just join. And of course, we are doing marble races in my chat. So you can, of course, tune in. Merci beaucoup, Renaud. Thank you so much. And we're going to see if Drx can take the win or not. On Ascent, see you.
Seems like a man of culture, likes Mako, has got a good taste in glasses, and yeah, go ahead and check him out, of course. But let's go ahead and dive into our Coinbase Econ report here, and Jing.
Take a guess.
Jing. I like Jing.
Jing good.
Zoom in on Jing. There we go. It's big damn. The TLDR.
Yeah. This is the Three Gorges Dam here. This is absolutely massive. I mean, look at that. He is just destroying Flashback, too. I mean, that shuts down so much of that entry power that Drx wants to bring into these situations. Yeah, you've got Yunmin there as well, but so much of it is predicated on those extra flashes and things like that that you can get into the mix. And just wrecking Flashback after he had such a good performance for Drx against MIBR to get here. Tough start, but who knows? It's Ascent, it's defender's side.
All being at the turn of this Pistols. There's a ping reveal, but it's going to be Bane who actually ends up taking the brunt of the damage.
Oh, this is going to be completely unnoted. Yunmin has found so much space off of this. I mean, unless PaperX just fully commits to this B hit, in which case you're running into the strong side of Drx. You're still going to have the fast rotations from Mako and Yunmin. I mean, this has to just be an extremely clean execute for PaperX, and you better hope that Drx's players don't find this timing on the lurk.
Well, there
Too
it is.
bad.
Yunmin able to find it. Tabin goes down. That means that the spike now dropped, and that very much slows up the approach. Thorns as well going to be popped as something. It's a TP forward over towards Steps. The swing out, and somehow Bane surviving. He's able to find that one free. Able to answer back and kill as well as Bane gives himself a second. Heroics being put up from this guy. Despite starting off the round with basically no health. Spike now whirled away here from Divide, completely, utterly surrounded. He tries to advance forward. The swing is going to be there, and Hyunmin will be the one to put
Oh
him
my
down.
god, guys. Here we go again, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a massive win for Drx. And it's all off the back of that early pressure that they're able to create with Yunmin. Able to take so much space, find that pick. Wow, Bane on the fadeaway there. Finds 2. A little bit off the mark for the PaperX players on some of those shots, but yeah, you can hear the sighs of relief here for Drx. They really needed to get things going in their favor. They were just blown out of the water in that first half, but now they've got an opportunity to maybe return the favor, just a Sheriff for Divide. Otherwise, a couple Guardians. You got the Spectre, you got the Bulldog, you got the Marshall.
Divide looking for a timing, but will end up getting taken down. Sheriff that he's usually so consistent with, not going to be doing well for him as Yunmin quickly comes up with a 4K out in mid. Some clean taps from the Guardian. Drx on themselves now a 2-0 start in the second half.
Now let's see if Drx is going to be able to diagnose and cure some of these mid-pressure, these mid-lurks. that DRX has been able to prescribe for themselves, because you're going to have to start shutting that down if you're going to get any purchase into these attack-sided rounds. So I think you got to just make sure that you're at least contesting that space early. You know, let Devi, let Forsaken control the extremities, control B main, A main, but really some of the other players need to be working on this. Flashback loves this smoke position. Wants to try to
again.
Yeah.
Pushing forward here in the mid, spot on the Jing, but just can't quite line it up. Able to find a smattering of damage. She, of course, can heal off. Trying to scale forward, but again, see each other there. Flashback, take it down over at bench.
Jing is just wrecking him.
And the pain continues. Another kill. Bane now leading out the drone, trying to spot anything here in the mid. Just gets a glimpse of Forsaken. A world away, swing around the back. Quick peek there, but Frame does end up getting noted. And now you've got Jing in a punished position, ready to shut him down on a re-entry.
Bola nih satu nih, Bane ini nih. Woi.
Tucks back, Recon at the ready, dodges the paranoia, swoops in. Tiny little lick of damage, but overall will be overwhelmed. Still does give Mako and Hyunmin a potential opportunity to try to swing this one back.
I'm not doubting it yet.
What a transfer of momentum it would be if they're able to find this and get the bonus converted. Bring it to just a 3-round deficit. I'm going to be working against them a bit here, though. Only really have damage on Devi.
Still have a paranoia.
Just get sent across. There's a both going to be connected upon as Mako scaling forward. Do it all himself.
Nice.
Trying to set up for the diffused smoke.
Agak berdarah-darah sih dikit ya.
Suffer some losses, but they managed to deny that bonus conversion.
Yeah, it's really nice damage done by Paper-Rex, but I like the early part of this round, even though they get caught out by Bane's utility. And again, just got to give a huge shout out to Bane, the way he has been stepping up as a support player, and then he hits 2 crazy good Sheriff shots to boot in this round. But he's doing so much work on the Sova for DRX throughout this event. You know, the shooting may not be as flashy as a Hyunmin or a Flashback, but man, he's still good for a few, it feels like. He's always, you know, there for the trades, there for the setup with the util. And it's just doing a nice job.
You've got that op in Flashback's hands, and this is where it needs to get flashy. This is where he needs to find his impact. He's been so clean with this sniper the whole event throughout. Very large reason for why they've made it this far to begin with.
Yep. He's been incredible. Let's see what the setup is.
Well, I'm not going to get cleared out. Sets up an exit path. And we'll just go ahead and take that quick little jump back in towards Pizza.
Just a matter here where Paper-Rex wants to go, but Hyunmin had swung out wide. Oh, the whiff!
So that's a raid boss down, but Flashback does get traded. The operator now on the floor.
Iya pasti ada. Aduh, lo bacok. Mati lu.
Back around the corner as Hyunmin quickly cleans up another 2 kills. Now just something here in mid. A 1v3 with Spike still dropped.
Pasti ada akhirnya.
Bane will swoop forward. Will be able to clean that one up. Tiny bit of damage, and gets timing here by Freeing. Now down to 46. Freeing's opted to back away. Mako now taking that space in mid. Trying to keep this angle covered and will be able to find the punish. 2 players left standing. That gets damn close. The operator to be recovered. DRX though, managing to fight back a bit more.
Yeah, this is a really nice round from Hyunmin. Just found a great timing there as Jing was trying to do a little bit of mid-exploration himself. Just gets shut right down, and Hyunmin,
he's 3 kills away from tying Jing.
That's crazy. He's just gone crazy. Timeout going to be taken by Paper-Rex. See what they want to think about. And that was brutal too. Jing having that res maybe for part of the rest of the round. Something's going to have his ult, though, coming into this one, so I think this is a great time to take a timeout here as Paper-Rex. Really lean into the fact that you've got some opportunities here to maybe change your destiny a bit, whether it be in this round or the next, depending on how you want to manage your economy here. I'm assuming this is going to be a bit of a save for Paper-Rex. But, man, you'd love to get like a Convergent Pass or a Hunter's Fury out of DRX here. If you do go for the eco, you have to imagine it's going to be mostly Sheriffs. And then think about how you want to get value out of that Dimensional Drift, how you want to either just ignore mid because you want to turn up the tempo, just go for some big flashy executes, or maybe getting Patman a little bit more involved in some of that util battle with Bane, trying to make sure that you're identifying when and where the DRX players are stepping out. Make sure you've got short A on lockdown so Hyunmin can't keep stepping out in the open and tearing your heads off.
We're starting to get up to the pace that we were kind of expecting from the outset in this game. It was very slow to start with DRX. Widely just getting swatted aside by PaperX. Starting to find their footing. We're starting to get more into that namesake-specific gameplay here between these squads. See, though, if PaperX are going to be able to work some thrifty magic. DRX will be able to bring that gap just a bit closer.
Yeah, just making sure they've got those ults ready for the next round. Who knows, maybe even this round if things start to go their way a bit. Like getting one away from the Steel Garden for Devi. Quick rotate over to the other side. A smoke there to back Hyunmin off that tree. That's a nice little adjustment.
There's Mako here for the moment. He's going to tuck into Wine.
You have to anticipate this. You know that Mako loves this spot.
Not sure where that went, but it wasn't onto Mako. Might have been close, but things quiet here for now.
They pinged it.
Maybe waiting for Devi to try to make some noise, draw some attention back across the opposite side of the map. Drop down, gonna be heard. Paranoia at the ready. Now sent the swing coming through, and Hyunmin quickly collecting the two in front of him. And there's the third. Fourth now to fall, and Hyunmin is gonna be hunting for an ace. Flashback, however, will take it away, but DRX get themselves a flawless round win, denying PaperX any hope of a thrifty.
Yeah, just a nice setup here. Even though PaperX knows what's coming at them, they still can't stop it. And that saturate from Hyunmin, so oppressive.
With this last kill, he overtakes Jing. He's now 23-11. He has somehow slingshotted his way to the top of the standings.
I didn't think that was going to be possible in this map. I thought Jing was just going to run away with it. But Hyunmin really standing tall now. Flashback going to be the one at short this time. Again, pings awareness from PaperX. Looks like they're going to try that same dimensional drift that we saw Flashback do in the previous half. Got the TP set up there at the top of the stairs in mid. Here we go.
Crash across in the mid.
Wait,
I don't know if he
tadi
saw him.
cek
He
astagfirullahaladzim.
turned back either. I think he saw him there, though. Crash does get taken by Flashback, repositioning. Entry now into the side coming through, and Jing just going to be caught. Flashback able to find Forsaken. The convergent paths now as well to lock up the front of sight. Something stuck behind the other side of the Sage wall is able to find one, but Divine needs to steady that spray. Just cannot do it fast enough. Now a hinder out onto the two players, and PaperX been held at bay. Drone to spot. You see one. Very much guess that the other's going to be there to follow.
Oh my. DRX is really doing it.
They just can't even get out of
Cara
one.
main tolol aja nggak sih?
They're stuck.
Another smoke. Cycle forward. Something does manage to find one.
Kenapa sih ini setelan apa?
They have the spike in hands. It's an opportunity to try to play this one out, but it's a lot of weight here onto the shoulders of Patman.
They have enough time.
Bane
I
is
think
spitting a recon that's not going to be coming.
they actually might get the plant down here.
Betul.
I think Thorn's timing, though, that would just be something dead on the floor. Starting to understand now, so Thorn's one going to be
10
popped.
seconds left.
Swing around the back, Patman catching a glimpse. Spike now being committed to just here at the bottom of the back stairs. PaperX an opportunity to try to bail themselves out.
Ayo,
Swing
Patman,
this
please
round.
Patman.
It feels like they have no right to do so. Break the door, ready to come through. Something basically needing to hit a headshot to have any chance to really impact the round from here. Spot on the one. Has to back away, but this is already decent time buying.
140, cok.
There's Mako dealt with something, finding one, but eventually will just get overwhelmed, unable to find that opening kill, so the fuse just going to be passed over to freeing to try to get that next Steel Garden online, and DRX are just 2 rounds away from tying this up.
And this is a massive round for DRX in multiple ways. You get the dimensional drift out of something, and you put the economy on the back foot again for PaperX. This defender side has been incredible, and PaperX just like DRX on the other side of the coin, is struggling to find answers, struggling to find any kind of footing. So they're going to have a bit of a buy coming through. A lot of half armors, a regen shield, and a couple ults. That Steel Garden has to be impactful here for Devi. He's playing a little bit safe early. Actually going to be the outlaw for Flashback, recognizing the economic situation.
Ngecok terus anjing Prx, Cok.
That's even more dangerous than an operator in most ways. Just really trying to set up for this mid control, but again, DRX has a good setup initially.
Drone able to get a spot on the 2. As Forsaken does face forward into it. Approaching the market. Getting ever closer. Just coming around this corner, freeing and waiting over on the stairs side. Saturate's going to be sent early, just catches the clone. Will be cleared. And the back of that swing, able to find the catch here onto Hyunmin.
It's a nice beta utility, though.
He's about to reface into this, I think.
He wants it.
And signs to back away. Something just trying to draw attention at this point, but loses his life instead as Mako finds the timing on a Forsaken. Paranoia immediately sent over towards Tree. Paper-X are very much boxed in. Trying to fight their way forward. The spike now being taken over towards Window. Hyunmin's right here at the ready, but it's going to be freeing on the flank. Who guns down too. This is over. No opportunity for Batman to find any kind of value. It's a flawless round, another for DRX, as they are just one away from tying this up.
What a comeback that they're running. This is a huge win for Hyunmin, up to 24-12. Absolutely on one, freeing with another great timing to backstab the Paper-X players. And oh boy, we have got a match on our hands. And it is going to be the second timeout from Paper-X to try to get this figured out. I don't think Alex is going to be popping off anymore. I imagine.
No, certainly not.
Yeah, poor Bach in there is feeling the pain.
Bach is taking the beating. Players now, though, certainly going to be feeling the pressure. From a 9-3 half, now just finding one from on your attacking side. DRX have just been working a masterclass with this defense. Not sure what Hyunmin ate during the break, but he had maybe some kind of snack in between on the halftime, and he has just been absolutely killer.
That's crazy. Nothing else needs to be said. He's been so impactful, especially when he's been controlling some of those, mid points of the map that open up some space for Paper-X, whether it be in market, whether it be in short A. He's been so impactful at locking down that extra angle that Paper-X would love to create. Instead, he's been the guy just there. He has always stood tall. This is something that really impressed me with DRX against MIBR was their ability to take contact fights. They were so clean in those situations. They're showing you again. They've still got it in them, even after a rough start. You never even got into the Steel Garden for Devi. The whole round just unraveled. And that's brutal for Paper-X.
Now 3 ults, 2. Just a charge away from Batman and something. Have the full stacked deck. Really pop of the wall here. B main, Hyunmin wanting to keep Devi's attention trained.
And Devi's been having a bit of a rough go of it. Kind of controlling that B main space. This is...
Oh my god! Well,
what?
He heard you talking smack, and there you go. Claps back, a massive shot.
Unk must have heard me down there.
Yeah. Flashback on the floor. He's sighting out. Primed here for the taking. Mako into the corner, however, goes unread. Is able to find one. As Forsaken will fall, and Hyunmin swings around the back of Jen. Shorty in hand to find something. The spike in hand here for Jing. They're very much being contained back. As the smoke gets cycled forward, there's still that Vice util just in front.
Left.
Make this even more painful.
Devi.
He's calling for the rotation. It's only 20 seconds, though.
DRX is reading it.
Gunman starting to try to get the approach. Patman watching for this. And there's a shot. There's a spike on the floor, and there is the round done and dusted. A great shot for Devi, but just not enough of an opener to really make a go of this one to try to pull off a thrifty. No survivors. We're tied up 10-10. DRX are bringing this back.
This is just awesome from Mako. taking that off angle initially, throws the paranoia out. Hyunmin quick to dive in with the shorty. And then you've got the Vice wall there at the door of A main to block any more reinforcements. So this is it. This is what the timeout had to be about. You have every single ult, close to a few for DRX as well. They're one away from flashbacks, one away from freeings.
Mind you, since Hyunmin overtook Jing, Jing hasn't gotten a single kill.
That's crazy. He was so sharp to start.
5 ultimates, this has to be the round to try to break away. Even then, a full commitment of all 5 just to get 1 round. It's still a bad feeling for PRX. Clear the shot, the death. Patman now dead on the floor. Something pushing forward, exiting out of the dimensional drift. The saturate going to be connecting, and it's perfectly timed as Hyunmin swoops around the backup box. Finds the kill there. Jing finally able to break the dry spell. Just managed to find a kill here. It's the operator down, but freeing. Still able to find more to buy. Eliminated. Jing still fighting back. Comes up with a third. The res is there. Suddenly the player advantage is in the hands of Paper Rex.
What did Jing just do?
Weapons to be recovered. Bane and Mako to try to see if they can somehow reverse their fortunes here in this round. Start off looking so damn good for them.
This almost feels unfair.
Mako on the approach here, able to find cover going spot on a 1. Paranoia still at the ready, fakes the TP forward. Paranoia going to be sent. Gets the connection there on the Jing, who does manage to just bound away. Mako able to find 1, but cannot get the transfer. Forsaken and Jing do survive, and Paper Rex, they finally fight back. Get themselves right back into the lead.
Just the most Paper Rex stuff you're ever going to see. It looks like the round's just over, and right as the steel garden is popping, Jing's like, nah, I'm going to swing. And he gets 2, and then has the res. He heard you talking, I guess.
Yeah, must have. Woke him up. Did take 3 ultimates there from the side of Paper Rex, but still do have some critical ones. Forsaken potentially able to get funny with it with that from the shadows as flashback. Flash off the angle and eating damage. Taking back in, gets punished, and that is a monstrous kill to be found by something.
Great setup there from Paper Rex, using that flash to keep pushing space.
Nice.
Run him down 1 by 1. Kidman frantically trying to make his way across over towards this B site where you've got freeing forward in main. Ooh, locks on for a headshot. So that is going to be the cancellation of the ult. Still freeing. Widely alone here on the site, trying to get the spot onto Jing, who's boosted up top of the wall. Mako managed to force him down, but Mako again, finding a timing.
Jason ngelapleng mulu masih Mako ini anjing.
3v3. Mako still a world away though. Even trying to join in with his players as the approach comes through, just sliding it down the side. Shock dart into the corner, but free, holding his own. Instant with the headshot, just a hair off.
Nice duck fight. Ini sisa Mako babi.
Mako to try to clutch it. 1 smoke, still a paranoia. Both players playing backside.
If there's anybody who can do it, it's this guy right here.
It's been a bit of a quiet map from him, but Mako, cover going out, known to show up when his team needs him the most to try to bail him out. Check to the left, nothing spotted quite just yet. Should know that they're both going to be playing here at boats, but the time is starting to work against them. Paranoia going to be sent TPs over into the corner, looking for the swing. Cannot find it. Jing will be able to hold his own as Paper Rex make their way up to map point, 1 away from taking down DRX's map pick.
Gotta be a confidence booster here for something in this round. That player who you're looking to get those entry frags, to get those first kills, is able to find 2 to break things open, and it's got him on his feet. Paper Rex.
Something not wearing
their opponent's
shoes.
map pick. Heading on over to Lotus with that advantage. Patman sitting on a Hunter's Fury, Convergent Paths, and Dimensional Drift for DRX. So some really big tools here to stop this run. They can get to these spots, but Paper Rex now looking to make some contact fights, looking to punish flashback early. Trying to take that aggressive position in that smoke again, and Hyunmin wins another.
The top mid is just so snappy with it. Quickly finds the kill, refracts back out to safety. Something trying to take that space, but the spike still going to be dropped here. Paper Rex will recover that as Forsaken pushes over. the clear of the clone. Something saturated, flashback, trying to find it, but find Forsaken instead. Once again, the spike now down on the floor. Something dead to buy, gone. Patman frantically scrambling and trying to get his way over to mid, but there's so many players from DRX. Would have to be an ace clutch. That's the first step. There's the second. He's looking for the third. Flashback will shut him down. 12 to 11, DRX, one away from sending this into overtime.
I mean, again, this angle just isn't accounted for by PaperX, and then they forget about flashback and mid. It's like some of the lessons they maybe had learned in the early part of this half are starting to float away from the PaperX players' brains because they can't leave Hyunmin to his own devices in that short position. He's just been too damn clean. And now you've got all these ults. He didn't have to use a single one for DRX in that round because it was so good. It's PaperX. See what they want to do. Doesn't look like anything super aggressive. Divide. It's a little bit of damage from the shock dart, but nothing severe.
Already called a pivot's being made.
He's trying to contest this wall, but instead they're just, yeah. They don't like what they see. Maybe they heard the wall over up by A.
Yeah, wall at A does get popped as the Euro clone goes through. 3 players from DRX still set up on that position. Trying to watch, but drone going forward into main should tell them it's really going to be anybody home on that side of the map. Freeing now. Once again, has to try to hold the site. Gun gonna be clean. Jing boosted up over the top now. Dead. Freeing. Able to find that one as Bane with the Hunter's Fury takes down something. Flashback will fall. Forsaken tucked into the corner here. And Lumber just frantically trying to stay alive. Hunter's Fury with the final pulse will be able to get a connection on the Bane, but it's not going to be the kill. Player advantage for the moment here in the hands of DRX. Thrown out over the top, able to get a spot there, a glimpse onto Hyunmin, but Freeing still holding the close angles. Forsaken is trying to scale forward, but he cannot, just does not have the weaponry. Zavai now, the 1v3, paranoid into the corner, the spike, dropped to the floor in front of him.
30 seconds left. I have the spike.
Tries to recover it and gets spammed down so very low. And what more can he do? Mako is already sprinting over in case he tries to make his way over to the A site, but I just don't think he has the time for anything.
No.
This is effectively a KD play. This has to full sprint, full send it across the map.
10 seconds left.
Makes his way through, taps the door. A second to go, Mako will be there, no! But he's already won the round. He stopped him from planting. It's a clean shot from Divide, but to no avail. Get ready, because we're going to overtime.
Crazy stuff from both teams. Both going 9-3 on their defender side to send it into OT. And so far, Hyunmin already up to 30, Jing at 27. Who is going to be the one to break? Who is going to be able to get that attacker side win first? That seems to be where you would think things can turn around. Again, just phenomenal stuff from Hyunmin and Freeing. Just the push and pull on site there, so good. A great Hunter's Fury from Bane on the timing. It just completely smothers PaperX out.
Like, I know there's some co-streamers who maybe have not watched Valorant. Maybe this is the first time that you're really tuning in and checking out the game. Just wanted to let you know, this is the potential for the entertainment.
Oh yeah.
Don't take the first series. You know, that was boring. That was just slop. This is peak.
And this is kind of what we've come to expect from these two teams when they square up against each other. Seems like it's always hard fought, tooth and nail. Kind of push through towards Device util here. Hyunmin up and over. This is pacey. Gotta wait here though. Don't want to overcommit is something. Gotta look for your timing. DRX has taken a pause right underneath the market. This is tricky. Door closed.
Have to be broken now. Jing able to find one before getting traded back. Flashback does eat a good amount of damage, though, down to 44. Mako wary of a flank that is not coming through, but PaperX have their ducks in a row. Everybody pretty much in position. It's just Forsaken playing offside here for the moment.
30 seconds left.
Something just trying to slow up the approach. Just trying to force them away. Fine, striking from backside, able to find one. 20 seconds remaining, so a counter swing over to A. Not really going to be possible from here. They just have to try to press on and be able to punch their way through this site. They managed to do so, finding the kills, but the spike is dropped. Bane had it in hand. DRX might be feeling like this round got away from him, and it certainly has. Prx find the opener here in overtime. Map point now back in their pocket.
This whole thing is on a knife's edge, and DRX kind of realizes that they're in a tricky position. So they call for this pause mid-round. Felt like I was watching an America's team here for a moment, just getting that space and then kind of talking things out, waiting it through. Prx giving them the respect, giving them a little bit of that extra timing, but I liked the decisions from both teams. Just it came down to some of those individual plays, individual moments, but the spike gets caught by Ali. Flashback again. So push further forward, some spam from Prx to see if they can suss him out. Hyunmin.
That push, but gets the clone, flash at the same time, able to find a buy, pushing in from tile side. Hyunmin steadying the spray. Find something as well. DRX in here with a player advantage before the trade can come through. Freeing, pushing forward. He's still so crisp. Immediately shuts down Forsaken. Jing is dead, and now it's just Batman once more. A shot on the Bane to take him low. But it looks like this is far from over. This flashback has him contained, and Batman has no more bullets. A 3K, 13-13. We keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. Just, again, sharp shooting here from DRX. Every time somebody's walking into crosshairs, they're popping heads. I mean, Hyunmin there, a little bit labored on the spray, but got the job done anyway. Flashback, he's been so on point. Continues to just be phenomenal in contact. Even though this map hasn't been the best for him, it's going to be a timeout.
From DRX.
It's like DRX, yeah, you're right. Really want to talk about this attacker's side. Really want to get this one to go. You have so much faith in your defender's side. It's a good opportunity here for Termi and Glow to get involved. You know, do they have some magic? Do they have one of those classic DRX executes? They're going to be able to dial in, because that's what we saw after one of their timeouts earlier. They came in and they just had a pacey play set up. And it worked a treat. It got them one of their rounds. That would be what I'm kind of thinking and expecting here as Prx, is that there's a set play coming at you. How are you going to have your protocols in place to react to that? Again, both teams have been incredible on their defender side. I think you start to worry a bit as Prx that this double duelist, maybe there's an opportunity here for DRX to capitalize. Turn the map on its head.
See if this time out, it's DRX over that hurdle. One step closer, trying to close this. As time's gone on, everyone has started really leveling up their performances.
Deploying drone.
Oh, it's just been incredible to watch both teams fight. They are so understanding of each other, as you would expect. Smoke there. Something curious if there was going to be a push, trying to bait a response. Oh, Mako wins a big one against Forsaken.
Should have been favored there every single time at Mako. And you can just dodge the bullets, plot armor. Engaged. Hyunmin right there alongside him. He's able to cut down Jing. So far, things looking good for DRX to get the timeout conversion. Spike now being scooped up here into the hands of Bane. Taking it forward, it's just Patman tucked behind the box at Heaven.
I mean, Patman, he could get 2 kills before he goes down on A site.
2 kills.
There might be a chance.
Something on the prowl, ready to swing this corner. About to be face to face. It's Free. Loses his, but flashback is there, that second layer. Patman looking for that second kill, but Mako denies it. Spike now to be planted into buy, needing to do it all. A 1v3, or DRX gains the lead and gets up to map point.
Oh, even Mako has his ult to situate himself into wine. Just make this unbelievably difficult for Devi. He's got nothing but an arc rose. Flashback still has a couple flashes. Should be a sealed round. Devi has something to say about it.
He's done so many wonders for his team in the past. This one, though, 3 kills with the time, the clock against him. Hyunmin will be able to just go ahead and put him down. Drx now up to map point. Question is, does Prx call a timeout of their own? Do they invest everything?
I think you have to. I think you really have to as Prx. And this round isn't anything fancy from Drx. They're just patient. It's just Mako winning a couple big battles there, winning an individual fight against Forsaken, and then just anticipating that maybe someone's going to pop through that smoke behind him, try to catch him off guard. You know, Jing goes for the big play. I get it. He's got to be feeling confident with the way this map has been going for him. But testing Mako like that, there's few that are going to make him look foolish in that situation.
Everything used here from both of these teams. Prx feeling like they got robbed in broad daylight. They end up losing this map. 9-3 half, getting up to 12. Opponent's map pick. It's going to be a brutal loss if they can't recover it here.
Well, and you're going to be thinking about those 2 rounds you couldn't close out that you had coming into overtime. That's going to be in the back of your mind. Maybe could have felt like you had a 2-0 day coming up for you, and now you're in a do or die on this map. To get this round to go. We'll see what Prx wants to do out of this timeout. And stacking up a few extra players over towards B to maybe help out Divide, looking to try to overwhelm, whether that be Freeing or Flashback. Those are often the 2 players you're going to see there. Same wall position as usual, though, from Divide. This is just mid-pressure. Hyunmin at least backed off. And he just doubles down. Just went crazy. Gets 2. Didn't even see it.
Divide finally gets involved. It's already far too late. More pressure here on the teammates. Mako not falling for the clone, but also not able to collect a kill here onto something. Immediately cuts back behind Generator. Forsaken. Just a quick little TP peek forward. Does manage to pop this wall. Spike in hand. Divide skirting closer. Entering into B main, but Freeing dialed in on the angle.
It's over, bro.
Door already shut.
Prx.
Drx very much trying to limit the options here, but Prx is Freeing. Lucky to be alive.
Oh, they gotta figure out a way to get onto this site. Bane has been doing nothing but watching. Divide trying to open the door here for something. Now Bane's attention goes forward. Something pressuring forward. They can get Freeing out of the equation. Maybe there's a chance. Oh, Bane.
Able to find something in Freeing. Still here, does get timing. Forsaken able to take him down, but as he goes trying to bound forward into the smoke. Just ends up losing his life. Mako and Bane out. The 2v1, they have the timing. They have the map. 15-13, Drx. Run it back, take it to overtime. And they claim victory on their pick of ascent.
Oh, what a comeback here for Drx.
An incredible map between these 2 squads that know each other so very much. Let's just hope that Lotus delivers in the same way.
Got the new iPhone 17 Pro, and Verizon picked up the tab.
No way.
That's me. Handsome and hilarious. It's a rare combo.
New and existing customers can get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us, on the best 5G network.
I mean, where else would I get it, right?
Esports World Cup, where we are starting off with Valorant.
If you want to win, you have to win against the best.
So looking for revenge.
Goes crazy.
They've all battled through the pressure and expectation. Heretics have come back
Trolling.
It doesn't matter what meta we're in, DRX are always good on Ascent. I'm now joined by Termi and Bella as well. Now, the defense side was beautiful from you guys. There's a lot of discussion on whether the double duelist is actually stronger on the defense. So since it's your comp, what makes your comp so good on that defense?
일단 DRX가 어센트에서 잘하는 건 모두가 다 알고 있고 오늘 투 타격 조합이 수비에서 강점을 좀 빛낸 순간이 많이 보였는데 오늘 역전도 성공한 만큼 이 투 타격 조합의 수비 강점 핵심이 뭘까요?
투타격의 수비 좀 장점은 수비를 좀 수비답지 않게 공격적으로 할 수 있는 장점이 있는 것 같고요. 사실 오늘 어센트를 이길 수 있었던 거는 현민 선수가 좀 말도 안 되는 퍼포먼스를 보여주면서 저희가 좀 뒷심이 생기면서 분위기를 탔던 것 같습니다.
I guess one of the best strengths of this comp is that you can play defense in an aggressive, non-defense-like way. And I think the comeback on Ascent was actually possible because Hyunmin showed up for the team and he played his game, and we could take that win today.
Well, thank you very much, Bella. Thank you, Termi. Good luck.
All right, well then I guess offense is the best defense. That's what it seems like here, and it works out beautifully for DRX as they dig deep and manage to pull off that first map victory. Let's go ahead and take a gander, though, at our HyperX Reflex moment to kind of reflect on what we saw in that game, because there were some great moments, but for PaperX and for DRX, but one player in particular in the early goings was actually having a field day out there. Now, granted, this was a big moment for PaperX DRX, and although they were not able to pick up that win, I think it illustrates just how difficult this game was, really on both sides of the field here on that defensive side.
Yes, because Jing on that defense was on a different level. I was telling you that to me is a way of measuring what kind of PaperX we are going to get, and time again, even in this amazing, crazy round, PaperX was ready for everything special here.
Yeah, PaperX had such a good read to start their defensive side. They were always fighting up. Jing especially getting very aggressive, mostly over towards Catwalk or into A main a lot of the time. He got so many picks doing that, and it was so disruptive to a DRX who loves to run their set execs on this map, and the retakes look good as well. But once we actually swapped sides, this was such a completely different story. It was a DRX who looked so comfortable there and managed to bring it all the way back.
Oh yeah, we were seeing some big performances there from Hyunmin as well. I mean, everyone in DRX had a moment, Bea, but
yes,
Hyunmin really was something else.
I think we just heard it from Coach Termi. There was a couple of rounds that were eco rounds. There was, of course, a lot of egos for the side of PaperX in this half. But to me, these are the ones that give you the confidence back of having a first half where you do not find the impact, you do not find the openers. The Mosquito is just not fighting. And in this one, with all of this set place for him to succeed, different DRX.
I like how willing they were to constantly poke at different parts of the map and try and pressure onto Divide, pressure onto Jing, find that part of the map where PaperX is just leaving like a bit of ice util or nothing at all, and just absolutely decimate that area. You see the stats for Hyunmin to end this game. 36 and 19. That is outrageous. He needed to step up. He's done it. Now DRX up in the series.
Yeah, now, when you needed a hero in that moment, it was Hyunmin. He was there for the team, and he popped off, nearly dropping 40. But let's go ahead and see what's going on the PaperX side of things. We have Coach Alex standing by.
I'm now joined by Coach Alex. Now, no one else knows more about DRX than you at this point, but that was your first experience into their new Yoru Waylay. What do you think about that comp on Lotus?
I think that it's a little bit harder for Hyunmin to hit very good saturates. So we might have an easier time, you know, it's a bigger map. It's harder for us to run into him. He's on fire right now.
Well, I hope you find the counter. Thank you very much and good luck.
Well, the good news here for PaperX fans and for Coach Alex is that historically at this event, Lotus, not the best map here for DRX, Bea. So they're coming into this one 0-3. So if anything, that means it's looking pretty good for the boys.
3 times not finding the pacing. Alex says he just wants to dodge Hyunmin, and I do not blame him. But for the side of PaperX, this is such a stable map for them. It works as a base. They can work it in many different ways and bring him back to the conversation. I think this is one of his best maps.
I do think you have to prove that your Lotus is good, though. If you're DRX and you're going to continue on into this competition, you have to play a best of 5 tomorrow. If you win that, you have to play another best of 5 with a 2-ban disadvantage. So my hope is that during the 3 days off, they put some real attention on their Lotus, knowing that they would have to play it today into PaperX and can come in with some slight tweaks, some changes, not necessarily in the composition, but in their approach to try and come out on top today.
Yeah, well, here goes your agent select here. Nothing is out, or rather sticking out here, so we're going to get pretty much the box standard, Bea. This is a massive opportunity, though, for PaperX, up 1-0 in this series.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that for a PaperX, I still look at something. I need to see the operator that we were seeing at the beginning of the tournament. Same goes for Flashback a little bit. We were speaking about the aggression and whatnot, but I think the PaperX was very prepared for that. I wonder what the case is going to be in Lotus.
Yeah, the change, though, is that they are playing the double duelist. That's the standard, but now it's dropping the Waylay and picking up that raise instead.
I didn't know
a bit of a shift in how they're going to play the double duelist. It's less about diving in with the saturate and refracting, more about the straight up double dive with the raise. That agent always good here. Excited to see a DRX with a new plan.
A welcome change without a doubt. Who's going to survive the Pacific Thunderdome? Let's send it back over to Achilles and Paper Thin to kick off Mat 2.
I don't mind if we do, but yeah, this pivot here from DRX to go back to the raise. A bit of a head scratcher, but maybe something that ends up catching PaperX off guard.
Yeah, I mean, you just heard Alex talk about it in the interview with Yinsu that they're worried about the Waylay. And this is going to be kind of confusing. I mean, maybe a change up in the game plan here in terms of, some of the combos you can set earlier. You don't have to commit bodies to take Rubble control as heavily. A lot of times you're going to see Hyunmin dashing up on top of Rubble. to try to take some control in that space. This gives you a little bit more flexibility around A to play a little bit more passive or a little bit more aggressive with the util early. Try to set yourself up for success. See if they're able to kind of put that all together. One thing to note, the last 2 times these teams have played on this map, it's been 13-11, and it's been Paper X both times, but DRX has always fought them tooth and nail on this map. So sure, a Paper X staple in Lotus, but DRX are no slouch, especially against Paper X. And just a little bit of early kind of ping-ponging here for DRX, trying to find some open space on the map. A couple players going towards B. Is this some kind of B crunch here? Or are they gonna try to lean all the way in towards A?
Might be the case. We do have the back pedal now coming through. Devi coming across through the spawn to join in with the rest of the team. And for the moment, DRX about to push into this triple stack that's set up here at Robe. Coming in from flashback, and he's going to be fortunate to get away with his life intact. Pink shell now to come through, and this is going to be the crunch into B now. Getting enacted as Mako considers a paranoia, but doesn't do anything, so opts to go ahead and save it here for the post plan.
Phenomenal plan B here for DRX. Setting this up the whole way. Really nice maneuvering of the map.
Shell timing could be massive for Hyunmin. He banks it in there. Sends it over towards the connector instead. Clear of the haunt, the peak, spotting out multiples. It's just the clone there. Mark Bro is now going to be cleared out. Mako holding close. Crossfire set up. Hyunmin able to find 2 quick kills. Gets the reset for the 3rd. And it's just something left standing, and not for very long. Flashback is taken down, and DRX will find the opening pistol here on Lotus.
It's all just about the way that they're able to take so much space at the front of A. And Paper X can't find any value off of that 3-man stack they have at A Heaven. That allows this rotation over because Freeing's been kind of checking, working that B main angle. Then Mako's able to slide right in from the other link side. And it's just the crossfires. DRX so good in post plant. You know, it's been talked about a lot this event that Paper X, you know, half of their game plan on the defender side is just to prevent you from getting the spike down at all. You can see why they struggle a bit in those flood retakes. Hyunmin, well, Mako gets that one, but Hyunmin was right there. Mako doesn't get it. Hyunmin continues to be just electric today. Doesn't seem like it matters what agent he's playing.
No, it does not. A site completely evacuated by Paper Rex. DRX is going to start making their move over in that direction. Stack outside of the main, just in case anyone's unfortunate enough to push into that angle. Being the only one nearby, though. Sending out a Prowler to check around Mound. If they're able to get a catch onto him, would just be a ghost handed over. They're starting to peek out now. Going to look to back away on Scent. Widely is going to be pinned in, but Bane doesn't really mind this too much. Right now, his job is to draw attention, maybe try to take somebody down with him, but won't be able to do that. So Ghost can be scooped up, but at the same time, the spike now gets planted here on A.
Tons of time bought there by Bane. Really nice work from him to make this so difficult. Patman has to bait out the wall even. There's going to be awareness already. They're going to be flooding in towards rubble.
The paint shells there from Hyunmin, but Paper X now starting to make their push. Flashback. Here at Baby Door, Marshall in hand, finds one, looking for a little bit more, sees the weapon getting swapped over. And Hyunmin does get involved as he finds himself another clean headshot. Guardian ringing true here for him. Marshall will be lost, but Hyunmin happy to collect the kills, one charge away from having the showstopper online. DRX with the 2-0 start.
And these early game plans from DRX look so well thought out. Just accounting for so much of the map. Every time they're taking space, there's other ideas behind it to make sure that they're aware of Paper X's positioning. They're able to take advantage of it, at least so far. A little bit of frustration there from Alex. DRX has the upper hand to start Lotus on their attacker's side. Gonna be just toying with some early round congestion of space. Sending Flashback out early. Get over towards Forsaken's end of things. Meanwhile, pretty big stack from Paper X over at Mound, but a TP over from something to reinforce this A side, but spike scooped up. A little bit of thought towards C now. We've got Devi and Jing potentially ready and waiting, but All that space taken by Flashback. He's saying, you know, maybe we can make A go.
Ngetro skill enggak.
Grabbing the C's, but Batman just able to find freeing right there through the corner of the wall. Solid shutdown. Bane looking like he wants to try to maybe recover the weapon here.
Portal closed.
Still being watched, but does manage to go ahead and scoop up the Guardian. Ball right in front, triggered by the clone. Forsaken just moving through, trying to see if he can get any wallbang damage, but hasn't been able to manage it quite just yet. Swoop in, spotted the one, the Paranoia now going to be coming through the crossfire setup and flashbacks, able to find one, quickly traded back by something, but Bane is there as well. It's that next layer. Oh. Door broken, Jing wins the fight. Bane down on the floor, now a 3v2 for Paper Rex to try to deny this bonus conversion. Mako just going to be timinged.
He's going to get the showstopper if he gets a kill.
Tucks away from the Archers. That might make them think that this back sight position is going to be cleared out. Walt as well avoided. Jing swooping. Hyunmin nearly having a 180, but just cannot make it happen. Jing will get himself another 3K. That's going to be Paper Rex getting themselves on the board.
Yeah, really important round here for Jing to win some individual battles out on the map. Batman as well.
Planted.
Taking down Free. So that lurk pressure alleviated. Jing winning that fight outside of the breakable door is very, very crucial. So both Razes going to have their showstoppers coming into this round. And this already going to be a big one. Paper Rex this time showing that they've got some good awareness, some good map reads of their own. Like the quick lean over towards trying to crunch in towards that A orb. Try to do some damage to Drx on the way through. They do fight back, but Paper Rex just has a little bit more control.
On reveal, onto Hyunmin, just not getting cleared fast enough here from DRX's Jing. Double self finds himself a killer onto Mako and Forsaken to bring this one to an end. Flawless round. Paper Rex tie at 2-2. Starting to look alive and well.
Neither showstopper used there. It's really nice for Paper Rex.
It's a long time match, man.
Just coming at him with some aggression, trying to get that confidence back. Great haunt right at the edge of that smoke, knowing Hyunmin's maybe going to want to dive further forward. Great read from Patman. And Jing and Forsaken going absolutely crazy there. Bai likes what he sees. It is going to be an eco, though, for DRX. Hyunmin going to have a Guardian. See if they want to get aggressive with this showstopper, committed to try and get this Thrifty to go.
Just here around the corner, could counteract with showstopper his own. Yeah, they're just going to go ahead and get drawn out one after the other, but Hyunmin, as he hits the floor, it's taken down. Jing able to find the kill. Free at the same time was able to take down Patman off screen, but Jing is just fearlessly pushing forward. Straight through the smoke, the pop flash sent. Bane going to be good for one, good for two. Eventually Divine does manage to clean him up, and Free cannot steady the spray. Forsaken turns back, Odin in hand, shuts him down, and Paper Rex have the lead.
Yeah, this is just a Paper Rex classic on Lotus. They love to bait you into taking this mound space and then turning it against you with that door. Nice win for freeing early, but Jing just goes, you're gonna throw a seize at me? I don't care, I've got backup. I've got flashes from something in Divide that are gonna be swinging through. And that's gonna get the Paper Rex fans swinging the flag. Try to rally their team. Flashback with an ult. And Mako has his too. Could be impactful in this round. Just have to wait and see. Oh, what a read.
Like a book. Great shutdown. Does he get a second? No. Patman does manage to go ahead and collect the operator. Is that out of reach for DRX? But Flashback at the same time, he is scaling forward, and he's got all the space in the world at A. Should be able to relay this. Just have a very quick pivot.
It's just crazy prep being done by DRX there. Something has a lot of different angles that he's going to want to try to hold that operator with, but the thing that's concerning for me is Flashback. Yep, he has gotten into enemy lines. I don't think that Paper Rex is all that aware.
Oh, solid readjustment there from Forsaken. Is okay, a little bit labored of a shot, but Flashback eventually able to get a catch onto him. DRX in with a player advantage. A lob forward here on the haunt. Flashback just looking to contain these players back over at Link. The spike for now still going to be pinned into the corner. Looks like it's going to be a cut across over towards that A site. Flashback winning a critical fight here at upper. He's able to find Divide. Now just going to be Patman tucked here within the smoke. Frantically trying to stay alive, but Green will collect the out and puts him down. And that ties us up at 3-3.
You can see how much that early kill just really throws Paper Rex off kilter. They don't have that extra layer of map control. And so things just kind of crumble piece by piece with Flashback getting so far in their back lines, and there's just zero awareness by Paper Rex that was going to be possible. They're so focused on Vnc that they just lose track of that negative space on the other side of the map, and they pay the price. Great stuff from Drx, exploiting the tendencies of Paper Rex, and it all starts with that first kill. Rebel control taken.
Something. Once again, going for a bold push here with the operator. Might just be able to get the pick, and he does. Forsaken setting up nicely. Forces him into the open.
That's the drift out of the round, too. That's a huge find.
The pop of the wall. Already a big rotation call here from Paper Rex. They want to sort out who's going to be playing where, but the wall for now not going to be triggered here on the C site. Devi able to keep control of this.
Paper Rex is just thinking B the whole way.
Nope, still not done it. There you go.
Portal closed.
Brain just going to be swinging at the angle and somehow wins that fight.
Kehit cowok wallbang anjing.
It's a better shot onto something.
Jeez.
4v4, but down low is freeing at 23 health.
Paper Rex has to consider other parts of the map, so they're spreading out, but now
30 seconds left.
They're feeling C. Right to do so.
He chills to the corner. Jing forced to retreat. Steel Garden going to be invested. Nightfall coming across here from Paper Rex's side. Now answered by one from Bane, but doesn't manage to get a connection onto anyone. Mike planted with a couple seconds to spare. Weapon's going to be retained here quickly from the side of Paper Rex. Steel Garden expires. Sent Bane unable to catch a spot there on the Batman, but does catch a timing. Forsaken finding Hyunmin. Bane trying to steady the sprites, cannot make it happen. Mako and freeing out from Mound to try to hold the line. The flick does not connect. Taps coming through with the
uncle.
the final shots across, and Paper Rex will go blow for blow.
Gonna min-max here. Make sure that you get Jing that extra ult charge. That was crazy. That was on an absolute knife's edge. Jing again, really clean, and Devi ready for freeing out in the open. Quick to get Mako as well. Somehow, some way, Paper Rex squeaking their way through. Like the idea from Drx, have that operator still available, play for the Mound post plant. Just get beat to the punch. Love that little off angle Bane is taking there right at the C main door. Got one, but rest of Paper Rex able to win some big battles out towards the back of sight. Open things up for themselves a bit.
They've been able to cool off Hyunmin. Hasn't really been able to collect any kills here in quite some time. Worth noting, of course, though, Mako just a sheriff in this round. Wanting to try to take a weapon off of fallen enemy, but it's going to be an opening kill there from something, so we'll just have to collect the Vandal from his fallen teammate instead.
And again, it's Flashback's ult gone from the round. One of the biggest ults on this map. And it's just going to be a non-factor again. I mean, these are huge picks that Paper Rex is finding early.
Well, something still has his get out of a tricky situation. Mako just linger and lurk here at the C site. They're out a bit of this utility.
They're just really trying to piece together the map, angle by angle, corner by corner, because you never know when Paper Rex is going to be springing a trap at you.
They're rebounding into B main. Doesn't actually get onto the site, so no clear necessary. Mako at the same time. Nice repositioning, but rotation is coming through. Something in his way through Waterfall, but at least trying to audio bait. Does manage to tuck back in. At the same time, though, freeing, tapping the door. As Mako does get found, Devi able to take him down, freeing dead. Means now it's a 2v5. Bane and Hyunmin to try to turn the tides of this round, but the time is just not going to be there. 12 seconds remaining. I think the call is just stay tucked, not even try to play this one out.
This is phenomenal patience and resilience by Paper.Rx because there's so much trickery in this round by Drx. You got Mako trying to bait stuff out over on C. You've got Freeing tapping the door over on A. And they're just kind of saying, okay, well, we're going to try to take these individual fights then. We know there's at least a couple players here and there. We know you're a bit spread. Obviously, again, that first kill is so impactful. But they're just ready for that player to be there at the door. It kind of works against Drx a little bit there, trying to throw some confusion, some misdirection at Paper.Rx. They just
udah balik Isan dari tadi
walk in
Isan.
a straight line.
Timeout call now from Drx. The lead by 2. Wanting to try to recollect their thoughts. Players back into the action. But very slow going. These last 4 or 5 rounds. Not able to find any value. Jing at the same time about to cycle up his second showstopper. Still didn't have to commit any ults for the previous round win.
Yeah, I mean, Jing continues to just be really formidable for Paper.Rx today. Even though Ascent ends up sputtering out a bit here on Lotus, it's not letting go. Vi's going to have the Steel Garden. He's probably talking about how you're going to deal with this off as well. You had one good read early for Drx where Freeing took that off angle at the back of spawn to catch something out, but since then, something has been right on point, finding just tremendous impact.
Nonton di On Pixel tadi sambil nungguin jadi nggak sadar. Aman aja Isan. Aman saja Isan.
The other side of the coin, you don't want to let that keep happening.
Nih Prx ngecok terus nih Isan babi mang.
Rifles.
Nanti dia nak comeback tolol.
Nobody home for this.
Tolol.
The dimensional drift being invested on this eco. Oh, the whiff from something.
Let's go forward with this one. Let's go for the wallbang shot. Flashback making his exit here at Upper. You've got 2 players.
Tahu nggak jelas anjing.
Connector side, showstopper.
Ini apa lagi nih? Ini apa lagi nih? Thrifty. Lihat. Lihat, Thrifty nih jamin aku. Oh enggak.
Flashback able to find the trade. Timmy with the player advantage to buy, tries to find Gunman, but just cannot muster it. This half investment. Look at it, certainly turning the tides is, yeah, Bucky beats Shorty.
Oh enggak, Deng.
Drx.
Thrifty ada yang beli berarti.
Themselves another round win.
Just love the confidence here from Drx. Going for the dimensional drift on an eco round. Yes, you have a couple rifles in there. That's so crucial there, that Bane as well just instantly denies the showstopper. It could have been a very different round if Mako's taken down, even if it's a trade. You know, that's so much extra space that Drx wouldn't necessarily have to work
Prx.
with.
Biar besok aku masih nonton lagi Prx. Masih seru aku nontonnya besok lo final lower ya kan.
Really whittles away at the economy here from the side of Paper.Rx.
Yumin nggak masuk akal.
Drx, they've seen this setup
Yumin
before.
biasa aja, masih keras si Mada tadi, cok. Mada dari Nrg tadi itu gokil banget,
They're often being very cautious in the beginning in these rounds. You don't see them
Kalau
really
Yumin
messing with
biasa aja menurut gue.
or a C mount too often because I think they realize that that's not a game where they have high percentage chances of winning.
Saken down low.
He's dead.
Able to find him.
Yeah.
It's right there through the door.
Satu tadi 30 kill, tapi kan overtime. Overtime tapi. Berapa round itu tadi? 15-13. 28. 8 round.
Gone. Mako, however, down below. Catches him off guard, a bit of a jump scare. Finds the head jump onto something. It's Jing now, eliminated Divide. Trying to play here around the corner, but the Nightfall's going to be connecting. They're paying attention to the trails. They'll have the full story, and they do. Bane with the third, flashback with a finisher. Drx tie it up in 5-5.
Mereka tuh udah menang round gitu loh kan. Mereka tuh setiap OT, setiap overtime, siap apa ya, siap overtime sih. Setiap time out itu bener-bener hasil time out berhasil anjir. Aneh banget, cok.
Early win against Forsaken, really brutal as well. Opens up all of A essentially. They know it. Drx are quick to pounce. I think you're going to see a timeout for Paper.Rx now.
They need 2 rounds separated from Drx's call. Paper.Rx, think about it, I mean, yeah, sure, last outing on this map looked very good when it came down to the attacker side, but it's widely been from the defending half where they're able to find their impacts. DRX are chasing them, tying things up at the moment. It's definitely not a great look.
Well, it just feels... This is totally like a vibes thing, but it just
Males
feels
nonton
like
Paris
DRX
itu,
is
Cok.
a little
Anjing
bit
ngecok terus anjir.
kind of more in sync today in terms of their own individual confidence and mechanics. They feel like they're really happy to take contact fights against a team that generally is one of the best at doing that. But I think it's fine for DRX because that's something they've been able to lean into this entire event. Because they have so much skill, especially between their duelists, that they're happy to take those 1v1. They're happy to try to contest for that opening kill. They're so good at it. And again, they've got some pretty good reads. Some of the positioning and the tendencies of the PaperX players. There's so much tape to see on this map. And that's something that Termi absolutely will feast on.
Maybe we should give Alex a drone.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just rally up the crowd while he takes out his stress.
That's a good idea, actually. I mean, that's the hold up. Maybe.
Ooh, should have got a spot on the Divine on that quick little peek. Showstopper now, gonna be called in. Hyunmin chasing forward all the way over towards the spawn. Thorns to hold him back. Slops it in, but no hope of getting a kill off that one, but creates an immense amount of space.
Full retake, weak weaponry. Oh, oh my god.
Finding the transfer, get the second kill. Frame now gone. Gives him a real opportunity. 3v5 for DRX to try to hold this post plant now. Jing gonna be eliminated. Forsaken arriving in around the back. Hits the door. Smoked off, so eyes don't really have to be trained on that position quite just yet as Patman tries to go rushing forward, but it's just one by one. Lemmings over the cliff. PaperX cannot rescue the round. DRX, 3 rounds in a row now, regain the lead.
Yeah, they just have to play Flood retake, and it looks promising, it looks hopeful.
Wah, lawak 3 versus 5. Makanya, Cok, aneh banget, Cok.
And they can't find much else after that. They're trying to just rush through. A nice seize there, Bane. Holding the line just fine. Flashback. Stellar there as well. I mean, again, it's these post plants. They're so tricky. If DRX gets to them, PaperX just doesn't have the answers. So it's going to be a weird buy for PaperX again.
4-player setup. On this side of the map and flashback. It's just to escape. What's disaster? Orb just going to be scooped up here, Forsaken. His ult online. See how impactful that ends up being.
Nobody really in cycle for ults, other than something maybe if he goes absolutely bonkers. Even then, it would probably be round over anyway. Devi clears the clone, freeing. It's checked by the Prowler. Patman doesn't seem keen to try to take a go. He's going to slide on back. 2-2-1 setup. Relying on Forsaken, and this seems to be something that DRX wants to try to punish again. He's in a different position. Not in tree this time. Presence known. Oh, for sure, he's in trouble.
Yeah, gets the mark, has to make his exit. He's back across. And had he continued to pursue, might have been able to find that kill, but instead it's going to have to be the ultimate used here in defense. Trying to escape, but something at the same time does get tagged up a bit. I think he just tried fake cloning through the smoke. I just saw him absolutely push through that. He just died.
I think you're right.
Forsaken, able to peel one back as flashback does fall. Now a 2v4. Full flash connection there onto Mako. Devi having the turn, but Hyunmin just right around the corner. Catches him by surprise. Well, it's all down to Forsaken to see if he can somehow miraculously tie this up, but he cannot. Hyunmin will put him 6 feet under, and DRX lock up a 7th round win, favorite of the half.
It's just a great timeout, 4 in a row off the back
Kalau
of
udah
that
kalau
for DRX.
kalah udah kalau gitu.
Starting to get some good map control. No, he just died just trying to push out of the smoke. Just got insta-tapped.
Tahu nih attacker nih. Attacker kok udah kalau pistol run udah ini udah tolol udah
start from the pistol. They look to send us to a 3rd and final map. But once again, we're send it down to Loon. Check in with one of our watch parties.
J'ai le plaisir d'être accompagné par 2 légendes du jeu, FNS and TENS, 2 VCT Masters champion in different teams, yes, but reunited here to root for PaperX. So, boys, the first question I wanted to ask you, FNS, is what makes the PaperX boys so good at the game? Like why, are they so good? And also, you've been able to test the new skirmish mode. So who do you want to 1v1 first?
On the team?
Yes.
None of them. Alex.
Oh, fair enough.
I think Alex in a 1v1, but on a serious note, they're just entertaining to watch, and I think the fact that they're all individually able to pop off is what makes them super entertaining and like good in general.
Yeah, everyone can pop off on this team, definitely. Donc première question, qu'est-ce qui fait finalement
banyak yang dukung Prx, janganlah ngecok Prx.
Et bah tout simplement aucun d'entre eux, à la limite le coach Alex, mais c'est tout et ils sont
Tarik aja dukung Prx.
à regarder.
Tuh FNS dukung Prx.
Les aime and back
Fans
to you.
juga dukung Prx.
You've always been close to the PaperX boys, right? But why do you think that people love them so much? Why do people get on that PaperX train?
Honestly, it's just their playstyle. I think they move differently, and I think it's really exciting to watch. It's exciting to support them. I mean, here and there you'll see some interesting rounds being thrown, but I mean, it's a part of the experience of being a PaperX fan.
Of course, and the something white swing is in the books for sure. Donc deuxième question, qu'est-ce qui fait que tout le monde monte dans le train PaperX? Pourquoi est-ce qu'il y a une hype aussi grande sur l'équipe? Et bah tout simplement leur style de jeu est tellement différent, c'est trop marrant et on s'amuse vraiment beaucoup à les regarder. Il y a des petits rounds par-ci par-là qui sont intéressants, mais voilà, en gros, thank you so much boys for joining me. Of course, we miss you on this stage. I'm not gonna try and bribe you to come back, of course, but let's see if PaperX can take the win.
Kalau kalah guys. Kalau kalah, aku nggak WP lagi nih. Ini kalau kalah aku nggak WP lagi anjir. Males.
Fnc showing their support for the side of PaperX, and they certainly need it. Down by 2 here at the half, getting ready to go over to the attacker's side of Lotus, which hasn't been the kindest for them, but take a zoom in on our Coinbase Econ report though, and a bit of a closer look at Bane, who's been doing wonders for Drx.
Yeah, I've just been so impressed with Bane. You know, a guy who's had to... No, he is absolutely destroying.
Nrg.
But it's more about his personal story, you know, over the last year and a half, 2 years, where he's been in and out of the roster. You know, there's been doubts about him, you know, whether it be domestically or internationally, you know, within the coaching staff themselves. But man, has he stepped up this Champions. He has been so impactful with his util. He's that presence, that vibes guy who's keeping the energy high for your team. And that has been a huge part of Drx, making it as far as they can. And maybe, who knows, they're going to be taking another step further. They have a chance here. PaperX and Masters Toronto winners are on the back foot.
Di Prx nih.
Middle of nowhere. Push forward here to Mound by himself. Gets a body tag there onto something, putting him to 45. And then just completely, utterly overwhelmed. A solid headshot from Jay. Keeps him in the round. And the orb take getting one step closer to an early showstopper. But for now, it's like PaperX. It's all they really wanted to gather on this side of the map. Now we'll look elsewhere.
I like this a lot. Don't overcommit towards that C site. Don't try to claw your way through the Vice util. Sometimes it's better to just look for answers on the other side and see if you can dissect things a little bit more, but Freeing is taking a ton of space on the other side. It's going to be a trap play. PaperX going to have to be clean in this fight.
Udah 3 serip gas lah.
That's the clear on the gate crash. Don't have that as an entry tool, and the paranoia goes across, connects on the damn near everyone.
Hey, bareng. Hey.
Finds himself a second kill as Mako swoops in and gets the third.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Flanknya.
Lasting way longer than anticipated, and Mako just absolutely cooks him on entry. Thanks for the 4K, but Divine out. The 1v2 has the Sheriff. It's been trusty for him. But the time is working against him, swinging around the corner. Gets the spot.
Aduh, beli shield dia, Cok.
Mako with 4.
Kedua hit tuh nying.
Puts Drx 3-1 in pistols, and now 8-5 here on Lotus.
This is just a great little set play. Mako with the paranoia to tee up Hyunmin and himself. He comes in, gets the 4K, and yeah, that one hurts a lot. Don't mind what PaperX does in that round, but they just can't really get their footing quick enough.
Tadi pas dia nembak clone itu ngapa gak di-pick anjing?
Drx is happy to, you know, it's all because of Freeing.
Pas dia nembak clone, Jo.
And they're so ready to set up that trap play. Couple sheriffs.
Itu si Hyunmin gak mati-mati anjing, lama banget matinya, Jo. Bunuh. Nah, mampus anjing. Ini kalau misalnya menang tripti nih comeback, Jo. Trust me, bro.
Now
Trust me,
gets a
trust
scout
me.
here onto Fring. Nade lobbed to the corner. Paranoia's there. Forced down into the thorns. Eats a tiny bit of damage from those, but otherwise is very lucky to still be alive.
Dapat aja momentumnya udah anjir. Comeback ini, bro.
See if they just take a pause or if they try for a rotate. Do have Mako.
At least
the
13-11 nih.
stinger over at B. The other three
Perkiraanku
players
13-11.
now locked into A, or excuse me, C. Ooh.
Just with a flick attempt. Paint shell's right there
Yalah,
alongside
paksa
Forsaken.
kali
Eventually he will
Jason.
fall. Going to
Jason.
be clean with the Guardian. Ult is going to be set. Mako turns back. Jing left on an
Satu-satu
island,
picknya,
trapped
bro.
away from the rest of his
Ngapain
teammates.
ngepick satu-satu udah menang
Can he
orang
take it
baru.
down?
Nah, nice.
Something.
Oh, ada lagi tuh,
Nice
Ai.
shot, but just doesn't have that sheriff out in time. Any more damage from here will be solid to the economy of DRX, but this Paper X really meant to do from here. Timing found on the divide. Now it looks like it's just going to be a spike plant. Try to get some cash, get an extra ult charge perhaps here for Patman, but no, he's actually scaling towards Waterfall.
Looking to take the fight, but yeah.
Slow it down, but
City,
as
bro.
this corner swing does come through, that's going to be him. Done and dusted. Fring will find it. Defuse to come in. Gunman once
Kalau
again,
kalah
we
ini
wanna
Byron,
show
udah
Supper
lah.
as we go into the bonus.
If they lose in
The
Byron,
RX up
okay,
9-5.
GG boys.
Just
Just go home lah,
everywhere
bro.
Paper X goes, they're being met with resistance in this round. Even though
Go
they're able
being
to fight back
tour
get a
guide
couple
in
kills,
today's.
still not nearly enough. That Vice util
For today's.
deadly, something not expecting an extra layer after his kill at the breakable door. Some of these little things for Paper X, it just seems like they haven't been able to
Patman
fully
kill 3, Patman.
engage here
Patman.
since that hot
Astagfirullahaladzim,
start on Ascent.
Patman.
been really up and down
Tadi
since
di
then.
Ascen
A lot
gacor,
more down than up.
Patman.
They're down 4
Patman,
rounds
dia lah
here
Patman.
on their
Tukaran
attacker
main free
side.
ini Patman. Nah,
DRX
Shibal.
threatening to knock them out of champions.
Find you.
Just quickly scaling forward up, trying to play off that haunt, but
Oh, kenapa itu didapai, Cok? Cok.
smoke. Just right there on the corner of the A lobby door. Showstopper now is available. Meanwhile, Mako going to walkabout. Plenty of information. As well as collect that vandal, upgrading from a Bucky. Bring up and over the top vector and able to find something. It's just going to be weapon upgrades across the board here for the side of the RX.
Dan 7-7.
They are looking very well primed to convert this bonus and get up to double digits.
Smoke, bro. Smoke,
Able to
bro.
cut across. Can he find the shots? The swing of the corner. Flashback able to hold his own. Forsaken trading one back. The Showstopper lobbed in. And now, the enemy Omen, dispatched, gone. Just Patman left standing. There's the Haunt, the Prowler chases. Finds a glimpse on a freeing. Really just needs to try to hold on to the weapon, but there's no hope.
GG lah.
Mako around the back. Gets the kill. The bonus converted. DRX
Guys,
are
berarti
rounds away.
Berarti kita nextnya tidak ada watch party lagi, guys ya. Nah, it's enough, bro.
This is masterful stuff from DRX again. Just getting the good reads early. Ready for that TP. The Thorn just stopping up the execute. Jing gets stopped at the door. Can't bail out something. Who gets trapped underneath sight? All of these little things that DRX does is just wreaking havoc on Paper X's executes, on their game plan. I think, on God, I think you just start saying go A as Paper X. That's where I think they have a ton of success on this map. That's where they tend to go when things start going wrong on this attack side. I think you got to dig into that well again.
It needs to start from here. A 5-round deficit and potentially the last timeout call for Paper X at Champions Paris. Unless the team can reverse this, can run this back, push this the distance over to Corrode. We very much expected them to.
Yes.
After dropping that first map, felt like 3 was all but guaranteed.
You know what's crazy is I feel like you could have put Gunman on just about anything on this map, and he probably would still be good.
Sure.
He's just been crazy. I mean, you're seeing some of the value, though, out of the paint shells, the showstopper, stuff like that, of course. But really, his individual shooting just continues to be fearsome. Odin for Mako. It is an eco for Paper X. Bucky for Forsaken. A bunch of Sheriffs, Showstopper, and Jing's back pocket. A couple light armors, but Paper X not really willing to fully commit to this. Trying to look for early picks. Been able to find a few here and there, but consistency has been eluding them. We get the TP out. Yeah.
Force flashback away. Plenty of room for activities here for PaperX now, but looks like they're going to skirt away from that C side of the map and start inching back over towards A, much like you were asking them to do. It's just going to be Mako situated for the moment, but he does have an Odin, which is a bit less common for him.
Yeah,
now they know.
Yeah, this is really the only thing that kind of gives them troubles over towards A.
Ooh, something though. Be a spot, but just can't get the kill. Mako at the same time able to find Forsaken. Robin onto the corner, Pain Shell there at Jing's feet, immediately chunks him out. Makes wanting to go for a showstopper all the less likely, but he'll just go ahead and swoop at the corner. Finds a headshot. Immediately dead, however. Mid-air freeing, it's an easy shot for him, finds the follow-up. No Thrifty in sight. Drx on a monstrous win streak, 8 rounds across the halves to get themselves here to 11.
And they are on the precipice of matching their best finish at a global event. Getting into that 3rd place spot, potentially going to be facing Fnatic. We're not there yet, but it is well within DRX's purview. They can certainly taste it. Here comes the Odin spam.
A little delay. Tiny little bit of damage is going to be found in the end.
Ulang.
Yeah.
Ulang.
They read that.
Marco's just trying to keep all attention on him. There's the showstopper. Able to ignore that one, but never mind. The turn back.
Ketahuan si Yunmin tuh. Yunmin kagak ketahuan tuh Yunmin.
Ketahuan. Now dead. He's freeing, frantically trying to find the kill. Doesn't manage one off there onto something, but it's a 2v4. They try to get this up to match point. PaperX looking well slated. Continue to hang in here.
I don't know what in the world happened there with Yunmin.
Jing must have spotted him on the mini-map, turned back.
He must have, yeah.
Sure, we'll see it in the replay, but freeing, maybe if he gets that kill, you start to believe that it's going to be possible. Seems like Flashback, given the money that he's got, wants to try to break the bank a little bit more here from PaperX, but sure if they're going to give him too many opportunities. A jump peek from Devi. Jing out. That is a snappy one from Flashback. Not enough to turn the tides in this round. PaperX finally able to break this win streak. Deficit back to 5.
Yeah, still though, that economic damage at least have some impact potentially, but
kemarin sama Fnatic tuh aturan menang.
Rattle off a bunch of rounds in a row.
Comeback.
Sure, we've seen him do it. We've seen him do it on this map in this event.
Jadi 13-9.
So in control. He saw right out of the corner. Great reaction from Jing, and then I don't know, Mako's just backpedaling with the Odin.
Tadi kena comeback juga di match pertama 9-3 jadi 15-13. Comeback ya terus.
Too loud, can't hear the footsteps. PaperX about to hit. Bit of an ult cycle here with Forsaken and something's about to be available. Avoiding the lion's share of that damage. It's away from the Seasonade combo. Gunman makes a loud exit. I think why they're trying to sell this here. Take them forward for Pain to collect.
Exactly right. They don't check it with the Prowler either.
They might not fall for this either way. They're still just going to be breaking down the baby door now, pushing forward into the B side. Mako nearby. Paranoia sent. It's a catch on a 3. Holds them back for now.
It's going to be tough. DRX is here. Got to try something else, I think. Got player lurking, but do have the wall here. So there will be recognition, maybe.
Just around this corner, and that's the spike.
Dapat spike, bro.
So much more control.
Patman ini apa lah nih Patman? 4-14, cok.
Retrieving flash. Get something in Hyunmin. Right on top of each other.
Spike collected, yeah. He said it on the mini-map, shoulder to shoulder. Forsaken, however, able to find one. Flashback dead here at the site. The swoop coming in from something, and he will be able to find the kill there on the Hyunmin. Don't worry, Prius, we caught it.
Tinggal sih bro, rotate deh bro.
Just gonna go pushing.
Drop that spike, man.
Gathered up 3v4, certainly doable here for the side of DRX, but something does.
Buru Dapai, jauh banget Dapai. Buset.
Vi needs to pick up some speed here.
Lari.
Find this lurk timing. Should get there just in time, it looks like.
That should seal the deal on it. So slide away back through rubble and A main. Drx. Maybe the pressure starting to work against them here.
Pasti ada akhirnya.
Away at this lead.
Bintang-bintang pun ada
this Paper X team any hope.
Maka tenang saja kita di sini berdua.
They've done it time and time again throughout their history. It's a team that is known to keep you on the edge of your seat one way or another. So you better believe that they believe they can still get this done. We're gonna have a bunch of ults on both sides. Something with the drift, Patman with a Nightfall, freeing with a Steel Garden. Nice win on the backside, but man, something nice work around that corner. Devi not gonna whiff on the lurk this time. Cypher seems to be grooving with what he's seeing.
Round separating, still the Nightfall here. Plenty of tools to work with. Continue running this one back here. Dimensional drift now. Started off. Something just going to go checking forward into the C-side. Gets a glimpse of freeing. Might not be able to spot out Flashback, who is going to be playing nearby. Nightfall goes across. Does end up getting dodged.
No Vice Wall there, just the Thorns to slow this up, but Drx is trying to get into place.
That's a clone. Clear the Haunt, turn to the Flash. Something backing away. Makes his exit. Looks like this is a full pivot call. Seems to be the case. Patman going to be struck down. The swing out. The paranoia is there. Forsaken is now cooked. Jing can only find one. Trying to rotate out, but Drx is just so close by. And something doesn't get the spot.
Apa something? Tak lihat ada orang di situ something. Ada orang sampingmu something. How can you not that? How can you don't know that guy, bro?
They're just so fast on this. They're just expecting that Paper X is going to fully commit off of the drift, and they could play delay just enough. A brilliant paranoia there from Mako. Opens things up for Hyunmin. Freeing, swinging in. And Paper X just had no idea. Every twist and turn, there were Drx players lurking, ready to pounce.
Hyunmin now, a showstopper online, bounding forward over towards Rubble. Paper X playing it patiently. Stay tucked back for now. Showstopper engaged, looking for a target, but it's going to be something dead off the rip. A kill found.
Something udah mati ya. Something udah mati aja nih ya.
He dealt with the swing in from Devi, able to find Bane, brings it back to a 4v4. The spike now able to be planted as soon as the wall falls. Close, flashback looking for the catch instead. Hugs back, goes in for the dimensional drift. Getting a spot on damn near everyone here from Paper X. Spike again, interrupted, not yet planted. Freeing around the back, has the spike at his feet and a shorty on the corner. Forsaken will be able to fight back for a little bit more, but now Devi is going to be taking down the spike. Collected, Forsaken running for his life. Jing now on a flank, needing to find the impact. One kill would give him a showstopper. He's just a world away from Forsaken, who needs to be able to hold the line.
He's got to hightail it over here.
Timing.
Late check there from Gunman. It seems like they are going to be a bit suspicious about it. There's the
Itu real itu Itu real itu Geraknya aja udah kayak gitu Jason. Astagfirullahaladzim, itu real as. Dia mundur itu cok gerakannya.
The tap of the fuse. The smoke cycled back and he's just holding it. It's already up the half. He finds one. Showstopper.
Woi, 4-2 jadi. Kedua, cok.
Necessary Red Bull clutch to keep Paper X alive.
Well, despite the struggles for Paper X today, Jing has been incredible. And that may just be the best yet that we've seen. My word. The instant decision to go for the showstopper. And it comes with not much time to spare.
0.33 seconds.
Oh my God.
Remaining on the defuse. Jing very well may have just saved their entire tournament lives, but already Drx looking to fight back, and Jing is going to be taken down. He finds a kill on the flashback. Dust settles a 4v4. Freeing once again, very quickly scaling forward, taking space outside of Mound, getting this information, allowing for Drx to pivot and get into position, trying to counteract this take on B.
They all jump across the wall, so that's not going to be an issue there. Just going to be on Drx to set up for this retake. Not much util left in the back pocket though.
Udah majuin, Cok. Tuh ngeflank si Mako babi nih, ngeflank terus, Cok.
Plenty of footsteps though being heard. Mark Rose from Paper X, not getting a spot there. Mako will swing away from it. Might not be watching this main flank.
Weh, B-man-nya, B-man.
Swings the corner. He should have something dead to rights. The bite, however, able to find 2 quick kills there at upper. A 2v2 now.
Pokoknya Mako tuh selalu flank. Hati-hati lah flanknya.
Mako fights one. Brain gets the other. And that's it. It's over. 13-8. Drx. They are taking that next step forward.
Ya guys, thank you semuanya ya. Aku stream dulu guys. Bye-bye semua ya. Gede. Bilang bro. Biar aku nonton ya kalah, Cok. Nah, gak seru matchnya guys. Sepi itu bakal jamin gua. Sepi nih. Oke guys, thank you semuanya udah nonton. Aku nggak tahu guys, besok mabar sih harusnya, Cok. Apanya itu nontonnya kan PRX udah nggak ada, ngapain nonton lagi sih? Ya, bye bye guys, thank you.